I'm not taking personal readings at this time. Please do not get scammed by people posing as me in the comments section. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. So today's pick a card reading, we are peering into the future to see what your 2025 could look like by analyzing the different themes that may pop up here and there over the next year for you guys. So this is just like a general overview, looking into your finances, career, love life, just pulling messages from your angels, guides, whatever it is that you need to know, that they feel you need to know about different cycles, patterns, themes that will be popping up in 2025 for you. Hopefully you all have been doing well. Sorry for the little hiatus here. I've been under the weather, not feeling as great, but starting to get back on the up and up. So hopefully you guys have been doing good, taking care of yourselves. Hopefully you've been having a beautiful holiday season. I know it's going to be a hard time for some people, but either way, I'm sending you guys all my love. So like usual, I'm going to show you guys the oracle cards that I'm using in today's reading. Then we'll get to the disclaimers and the meditation. So I'm using these finance and career cards by Maruk X on Etsy. I'm also using the Black Moon Astrology cards by Susan Shepard. I'm using the Soul's Journey Lesson cards by James Van Praagh, I believe. I'm using the Romance Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. I'm using the Angel Therapy Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue. And I'm also using the Odyssey Oracle deck. All right, getting to the disclaimers and the meditation. Obviously, this is a general reading, so it will resonate with who it is meant to resonate with. Tarot does not control or dictate your life. If you hear something that you do not like or agree with and think that you are fixed to that reality, then you are not using my readings correctly. I conduct these readings for confirmation, not answers. If you hear something for the first time, please do not take that message without receiving further confirmation from your higher self and spiritual team. Realize at the end of the day, you have the final say with your destiny. Your free will is your power, and what you choose to do with it will determine your life outcomes, not a pick a card reading on YouTube. So please be responsible and accountable for your own actions and use this as a guide to help decipher the messages that your spiritual team has been trying to send you all along. If you'd like to participate in this meditation, this is again a general reading for the collective. So in order for this reading to resonate with you, you need to be synced into the energy of this reading. To help you guys do that and to help you select a pile with your third eye and not your physical ones, I'm going to be offering a 60-second meditation. Halfway into it, I will be placing crystals for my clairvoyants that like to pick piles with objects on them. And after the clairvoyant pile selection, there will be a clairaudient selection where I play a different tone for each pile, and you can select a pile based off of which tone resonates with you the most. If you are drawn to another pile, that's because there is another message for you in that pile. So if you're ready, get into a relaxed position, become aware of your entire body, starting with your feet and working that awareness up in sections from the feet to the head. Then take a deep breath in through your nose for around 5 seconds, hold that breath for 3 seconds, and then exhale for 6 to 7 seconds. Then ask your guides, spirit, ancestors, the universe, or all of them to connect you with your higher self so you can receive confirming messages as to the common themes that you will see pop up in your life over 2025. So this is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. On pile 1 is black tourmaline. On pile 2 is amethyst. On pile 3 is labradorite. on pile 4 is citrine. All right, pile 1, welcome to your reading. So we're starting off with you guys' tarot cards. Then I'll be pulling a series of oracle cards to check out what you guys' 2025 will look like overall, some themes that you may see kind of pop up here and there throughout the year. So yeah, let's just get started. Very first card that we have for you is the Queen of Wands. Then we have the Five of Wands in reverse. Then the Emperor. Then the Two of Wands. And this is your underneath the deck energy. We have the Devil card in reverse. Okay. I need to keep that covered up. So can't monetize the video if there is any images of nudity, if you were wondering. Anyways, so for you, pile 1, we have the Queen of Wands, Five of Wands in reverse, the Emperor upright, Two of Wands upright, and then Devil in reverse for your underneath the deck energy. So this is more so unconscious energy, or energy that's kind of like the underbelly of your 2025. So for you, 2025 is going to look like you guys rising above a lot of situations that are and always have been beneath you, going from the Queen of Wands to the Five of Wands in reverse, especially for those of you that feel like you were in the middle of like a lot of conflict in 2024, or like there was just a lot of toxic energy around you. Yeah, that is definitely going to come to an end in 2025 for you guys. Like these are people, disputes, situations, experiences, but especially any sort of energetic cords or attachments that you realize walking into the new year that you are better than that. You're better than this. You don't need this. You never needed it. And if anything, it needed you. So this Five of Wands in reverse is referring to like a handful of, whether this be people, vices, relationships, practices, limiting beliefs, blockages, cycles that were feeding off of you. And what your spiritual team is saying is that like these things were taking advantage of your path. Interestingly enough, it's like you're no longer the energetic host for a lot of these sort of like toxic energies or toxic environments with the Five of Wands in reverse. And sorry, I hit my mic. But yeah, your spiritual team is saying that these energies were taking advantage of your path. It's almost like you were sort of like dragging them along. So 2025 will look like you also taking control of any sort of personal demons that you would struggle with. Yeah, especially to have the devil in reverse card right here for your underneath the deck energy. Like I said, this is sort of like your underbelly energy. So this is the unconscious things, the things that you were least aware of, or the themes that you were least aware of happening in 2025. So this could be something that's like an unconscious motivation for you. But yeah, so basically this is like anyone or anything that was trying to dim your light or negatively affect you are being pulled out by the root from your life. The moment that you guys tell the universe, this is no longer welcome in my life, you will see these cords sever one by one. You guys more than likely feel what these Five of Wands are. You can feel them pulling on your vibration from time to time and weighing you down. But you might not realize just how much these Five Wands are affecting you and how much they have been taking from you. Okay, so that is one of the issues when it comes to these energetic cords, is that for you guys, it's like you don't necessarily realize how much of an impact it's having in your life. Because Five of Wands can symbolize petty issues, problems that don't matter or are insignificant. This is 5 people using their wands. In other words, when we're dealing with the Five of Wands here, they're using their wands, or in other words, power in the wrong way. For example, this is people speaking without listening, which would be a pointless situation, right? It's a clashing of egos. Not to say that conflict is unnecessary, or like purposeless, because it isn't. Conflict can be very beneficial and very progressive, but once egos get involved and people would rather be right than happy or get their point across rather than have or experience conflict resolution, that is when conflict becomes futile. That's when it becomes meaningless and it becomes draining. So this is missing the forest from the trees, right? And no one being smart enough to see their way through it, or to see it at all, because they're blinded by nothing. They're blinded by their egos. They're putting themselves ahead of everyone else. And so we don't get anywhere when it comes to the Five of Wands. And this is why not one of those wands ends up landing. If you really take a look at this card, no one's actually getting a hit in. So it's like, what are we doing? Like, why are we all gathered here today? 2025 will be the year where you abandon a lot of dead ends and you send the message that you are betting on you and investing in yourself. And I keep hearing your guides say nuclear. This is going to be a nuclear year for you. I don't know what that means. Nuclear, I guess, like big, like really, really big, or explosive in some ways. We do have a quite a bit of like wand fire energy in your chart here, with the Queen of Wands, Five of Wands, Two of Wands. The Emperor is even ruled by Aries, which is a cardinal fire sign. We have the Devil card here. The Devil quintessentially is like this figure, a character that exists or lives in the depths of hell, which is like all about fire and flames, stuff like that. If that's how you see the Devil character, whatever, different topic for a different day. But the point is that you guys do have a lot of like fire energy here. So maybe they are referring to like your 2025 being explosive in that way. Also too, they could be saying that it's going to be a nuclear year for you in terms of like, because nuclear could refer to something like being the center of something or like the nucleus of something. I don't know. Maybe they'll explain a little bit more as we go along in your reading, but maybe that also means something. Sorry, you guys. But maybe that also means something specific for some of you. Maybe the word nuclear keeps coming up for you. Maybe you've heard it recently or thought about it. I don't know. But yeah, anyways, like I was saying, you guys, this is going to be the year, 2025 will be the year where you guys end up like leaving a lot of dead ends. And you basically sort of send the message or make the statement that you're betting on you and really investing in yourself. You guys start taking yourself a lot more seriously. And what I mean by that is like you really start taking care of yourself. This is deeper than like doing a spa day or, integrating more self-care. This is like you guys see or realize how much you deserve to feel good and be at your best. You guys have neglected yourself for some time, at some point, maybe in 2024, and probably didn't realize it until certain consequences showed up or appeared in your life. You guys are not letting things go that far ever again. And like I said, you guys are sending a quiet but powerful message with the Queen of Wands here. She's a ruler of wands, which means that she's the ruler of power. She's in control control of herself, in other words. Queens know that they are in power. So she's aware of her own authority and the weight that she carries. So she also respects it. And the Queen of Wands is in command of her own energy, in other words. And you know how like emotional regulation is a thing? So is vibratory management, because that's all we truly own in this life is our own energy, our own power. Everything else that we supposedly own is an illusion. And she's a queen that radiates, meaning that she intentionally projects herself and her energy. So your presence is speaking for you. You are the statement in 2025, and you are consciously creating this aura. So the Queen of Wands is easy to feel. In 2025, you will walk into spaces and change the energy without really trying. It'll command a lot of respect with the Emperor over here. So don't be shocked if people are in awe of you and also intimidated by you at the same time, which could create some weirdness. But again, you probably won't notice it much with this Five of Wands in reverse. You guys may... Your MC may be ruled by a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or maybe a fixed sign, Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus. What's the other one? Leo, something like that. But yeah, you guys are really, your MC is really activated in 2025. So you guys are reaching something, but the top of something. But yeah, Queen of Wands she's someone that enters a room and you notice them. So you guys are making a splash somewhere in 2025. You're getting your name around, which will fascinate people. But again, you have the Emperor here. So something about you might seem untouchable next year, like you're just unique or different, and you really embrace that. Maybe you come off as intimidating. Maybe you guys have been working on developing better boundaries. You guys might be able to hear my son. He just woke up. He's upstairs, but now he's like activated. Something about you guys' reputation, your status may change in 2025. And again, it's like this idea of you guys being untouchable or having an untouchable presence. So that could mean that you guys just sort of like are promoted in some way, maybe in your professional life or career. Maybe you guys really start to carve out some sort of a legacy for yourself next year, or really cement yourself in some way in 2025. But as great as all this sounds, I do have to say this: you guys are really embracing your power, your influence, your path, your purpose. You're not running from it anymore if you were before, which means that can and probably will isolate you in 2025, especially with the Two of Wands showing up right here. There will be very few who can relate to you or are not intimidated by you or are not jealous of you or are not trying to covet some part of your life. When you are unique, it's easy to confuse that for feeling like an outcast. Do not fall into that trap. You guys have been caught in that cycle like a washing machine for so long. So you might have to keep your plans to yourself for sure. You may have to figure things out on your own or with a very small group of people with this Two of Wands right here. I've said this before and I will say it again. You want to know people's true colors or how they truly feel about you, then start winning. 2025 will look like a promotion, or more work or more money. Your life is elevated in some way. And so this Emperor talks about an elevated status next year. So again, you will find that there's very few people around you that can share this experience with you. You are supposed to experience this or this independence in some way, pile one. Some of you have very dominant fire energy. Again, like I mentioned, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, maybe Venus, or your midheaven could, or your MC could be in a fire sign. You could have been born with North Node in a fire sign, or especially North Node in Aries. North Node may be transiting your first or your 10th or 11th houses. It may be crossing over your MC at some point this year. But you don't have to have these placements. Let me just say for this message to apply to you. I just like to mention whatever I'm picking up astrologically. Oh, and you guys might get a ridiculously insane offer in 2025, like something crazy. Okay. I don't know why, but reality TV keeps popping up for me, in this pile. And that is only for a couple of people, maybe one person in this pile. Okay. But there's like something about a reality TV offer keeps popping up for someone attracted to this pile. It could be anything, right? It could be any sort of crazy ass offer, but specifically reality TV or an offer to do it is coming up for someone in this pile. even production. Some of you guys, you may get into the production side of things with all this fire energy here. And the Emperor is like a boss. So this could be you guys getting into producing something in some way and calling the shots and making a lot of decisions and stuff with this Emperor card over here. But yeah, that's never come through before. It's really interesting. So yeah, something with production or something with possibly even film, TV, reality TV. But yeah, you guys are definitely going to feel more in control of your environment as well, or you'll feel more in control and not like a participant in your own life, but a driver, like you're in the driver's seat. You guys may have felt like in 2024, like you were pulled into a lot of different situations, a lot of different experiences, a lot of conflict, like you were playing catch up, or like some sort of conflict was always around you. Some of you could have been involved in an actual scandal or had people gossiping and talking about you with your name in their mouth in 2024. So stay out of the mix with this 5 of Wands in reverse right here. You guys have Devil in reverse underneath the deck over here, right? So whatever vice or addiction or energetic cord that you guys had a really hard time cutting and then staying away from, you will permanently distance yourself from that next year in 2025. It could have to do with like trouble staying committed to a lifestyle change or healthy living, or staying away from an ex or someone that you knew was toxic, or actually quitting that job. And so it's like you guys are just doing it in 2025. That's just the gist of your reading, is like you're doing it. You're putting a lot of action in behind a lot of different ideas or desires, passions, things that you guys want to do, because the Wands, it also talks about that as well. Wands and fire, it equates to action, taking action, being proactive, being a game changer and a rule maker in your own life, versus just being like a participant or, somebody that's just observing or kind of sitting on the sidelines. So definitely expect that. All right, you guys, let's start grabbing some oracle cards because it won't be long before I have to grab my baby. So let's see. Let's see what we get for you. These are a couple of cards. I'm going to keep. Okay, so this one fell face up, so I'm going to keep this out for you. We have here courage, and it says, ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. This is what I was talking about. It's really interesting that this line came out, who is very associated with the sign, the fixed fire sign Leo. So like I said, just a lot of fire energy in your reading. Maybe it's a lot of fire energy in your own natal chart. But yeah, with courage here, this is exactly what I was saying, is like you guys are going to be living very boldly, very loudly. You guys may be at like the forefront of a lot of situations. You may be taking action and leadership in a lot of different situations in 2025. And this courage may make you guys intimidating. Like I picked up with this Emperor over here. It's like you guys may come across intimidating because you're so courageous. You're so bold. You sort of live your life as though you're not like worried about other people's opinions or what they think. And then we have here answers. It says you will resolve your current situation soon. Work-wise, you find unique ways to stand out. Again, like what I was talking about with your Queen of Wands. This is you guys being very unique. It says you find a new opening with job security. So there's also job security coming to you guys, or answers concerning your professional life and your professional career in 2025. Whatever it is that you guys feel like. And then it says, what is that? Love or live, I don't know. And the ability to open a bottle, I don't know, but there's a key on this card right here. And the word answers, and it was talking about you guys' career or professional life. So whatever it is that you guys feel as though you should have maybe been doing with your life or your professional career, you guys will actually just make that change. Like I said, you guys are just actually doing it in 2025. You're not sitting around and thinking. So like if you had that issue before where it's like, I would really like to do this, but you ended up just thinking about it or dreaming of it instead of actually putting some action behind it. Yeah, that's all going to change in 2025, where you guys just feel bold and courageous enough to actually go for it. And then we have gestures underneath the deck. You may be asked to help someone out, or you may need a hand. Give deserved praise to others and you will receive recognition too. So you guys are also going to be receiving recognition, but there's also going to be some opportunities for you guys to come through and help other people out as well. So it could have something to do with this Devil card in reverse over here. Like I said, that's sort of your unconscious energy or unconscious themes in 2025. So you guys may notice that, You guys may notice that it's like you're helping other people out in some ways, or the more that you elevate, the more that you're able to help people in your own life. Especially as an emperor here, like with this emperor energy, this is definitely about being able to make decisions and put people in certain positions that they're able to help themselves too, because that's what the emperor really does. The emperor is the emperor. He's the ruler of kings. He makes other leaders, yeah, there's a lot of people serving him, but you're truly a boss. You're truly in control when you're able to get other people in positions of power as well. Let's just grab a actual card here for your career, any sort of advice or any sort of themes for 2025, what your career might look like, or money. Okay, so these two stayed flipped over and this one flipped face side up. So it says growing up. It says it's time to step into your power and stop engaging in childish qualities. This is that Five of Wands in reverse. Like I said, you guys are going to realize that I'm above this. I'm better than this. And you get out of petty situations like we talked about with your Five of Wands. It says, don't rely on others to help you and care for you. This mess is yours to clean up. Avoid depending on someone else's income. You have all the skills to make your own. So you guys are going to be, your money, in other words, is going to be growing up, or AKA maturing. You guys' money will be maturing. You're going to be able to be financially independent if you haven't already. Okay, hold on. We also have here science. It says there's something unfolding for you. Work with an open mind. Consider careers in science or any job that unravels the mysteries of the universe. Apply a scientific approach to your business or financial problem. So this is you guys basically getting crafty, getting resourceful when it comes to your career and your finances. So this is you guys honestly figuring out your own way out of some sort of financial situation, or some sort of situation happening within your career where it's like you guys sort of, yeah, we have the card of answers right here. So it's basically like you guys sort of take control over whatever is happening with your career or your money, and you end up getting yourself out of some sort of situation with your career or money. We also have the Devil card in reverse here. It says work hard in silence. Like I said, some of you guys, you're going to need to, or my pile ones, you're going to need to keep certain plans to yourself with this Two of Wands over here. Work hard in silence. Keep certain things to yourself. Whatever it is that you guys are working on, keep it to yourself until it's actually, out there, and time to put something out there. Other than that, keep your hard work to yourself. Okay. We have here trust underneath the deck, and it says the universe is asking you to trust your needs will be met. There is a spiritual reason why you are experiencing this cycle. This is a good time to connect with your spirit guides. So also take this time to connect with your spirit guides when it comes to whatever it is that you want to do with work and money in 2025. Before getting to 2025, maybe set some intentions. That's something that we're also going over in Patreon. We're talking about the season of Yule or the winter solstice, and how to set up a gratitude altar for the end of the year. Basically where we're not even setting intentions for anything, but we're basically just taking this time, creating space and creating a moment to just thank the universe, thank the Most High, our spiritual team, and even ourselves for, this 2024 and everything that we went through, everything that we've got through, everything that we, did and experienced, and just sort of like curating a certain energy or frequency to move into 2025 with. So that may be something that you guys want to do, is sort of create, maybe you do want to actually set intentions. Maybe that feels appropriate for you to set intentions for 2025 when it comes to work and career and money. If so, definitely go on ahead and do that. Gold may be something that you guys want to work with gold being on this person's hand. If you guys have any sort of crystals like pyrite or anything like that, maybe you guys want to wear gold or yellow, or use citrine or yellow crystals, anything like that, moving into 2025, setting intentions if you feel called to do that. Okay, let's see what astrological cosmic themes may be popping up for you guys in 2025. We have Pisces, I believe, and then Capricorn I use underneath the deck. So definitely keep an eye out for Pisces, Capricorn season. Capricorn season we're currently in. We just entered into Capricorn season. And Pisces we will be moving into around late February into March. So keep an eye out for Pisces season, Capricorn season that we're currently in. Something big may be happening around this time. or even during Pisces season, but you guys may be sort of moving into 2025 because Capricorn, like I said, we're currently in the season. So you guys may be moving into 2025, already tapped into this energy or already aligned to this energy and this mindset right here and this presence of the Queen of Wands, really taking power, really taking control over your own power and over your own life, feeling like you're taking more control over your own path as well. But with Pisces here, I believe Pisces is the sign that is a dreamer. Okay. So for you guys, there may be a lot of dreams. The Wands and fire energy can also talk about that, feeling as though it's like you have some sort of vision for the future, what you want to achieve. And the Wands, the suit of Wands, is very motivated to achieve that. There's nothing that can stop the Wands. They're very impassioned and they're very serious and very dedicated about bringing their vision to life. So you guys may find that, like, for you bring something to life or you manifest it around Pisces season, or even right now for some of you. And with Capricorn over here, this is the sign that rules the MC. First of all, I did bring up the MC with you guys. Traditionally, Capricorn rules the MC. In your own natal chart, it's going to depend on what your rising sign is, will sort of shift wherever it is that your MC falls. So you don't have to have a Capricorn MC, but just traditionally, Capricorn rules the top of the chart. And so the MC it's called the center of the cosmos, or center of the sky. So this is basically what our entire life and incarnation revolves around. This is that focal point. This is that idea of legacy, that, footprint that we're leaving behind in life. So with Capricorn, this is a very tough sign that, because it rules the top of the chart, it's like, listen, you got to give everything that you have to reach Capricorn, to reach the top of the chart. So for you guys, there is something that you are working on, or you want to manifest, or that you want to materialize and bring into fruition, that is going to ask a lot of you. But with Capricorn here, I see that this is saying that you guys feel capable. You feel more than capable. You are able to bring something into being. We have the Emperor card right here. Capricorn is a sign of structure. Emperor talks about solidity, being a very solid person, or again, bringing things into tangible form. So for you guys, you are bringing something with Capricorn. You are taking this vision that you have, this vision that you've dreamed up. Like I said earlier, you guys may have always had an idea. I would love to do this, love to do that, but never put any action behind it. For Capricorn and both Pisces to come out, this is basically saying you're able to bring a dream into form. You're able to give it structure and actually execute those plans and bring it to fruition. So Capricorn and Pisces, these are very, very two good energies to be working with, because Pisces is going to allow you to dream really big. But Capricorn is going to give you the follow through in order to see those dreams come to life. Okay. And we also do right now have Saturn transiting Pisces. It has been for like the last year, since early 2023, March of 2023. And Saturn rules Capricorn. So yeah, this is also saying, like, to you guys, as karma is going to help you bring some sort of big dream into fruition as well. But you guys may also have 2025, these cosmic themes here may also, you may also see spirituality play into a lot of what you're building, because Pisces is a very spiritual sign. So you guys may see a lot of spirituality, or use a lot of spirituality, use your spiritual team to help bring certain goals into fruition. Let's see what themes may pop up when it comes to love and romance for you. We have here heart-to-heart conversations and finances and career again. So yeah, finances and career is going to be a really big focus for you guys. We also have here Capricorn. Like I said, it's the card, or it's a sign of legacy. So it's an extremely ambitious sign when we're dealing with Capricorn. And Pisces is the type of dreamer where it's like they dream of things that you couldn't imagine, right? It's like it takes a really strong imagination to compete with Pisces' ability of visualization. So when it comes to you guys' romantic life, finances and career is going to play a lot into it. So you and your partner If you guys end up in a relationship or already are in a relationship, finances and career, you guys, both you and your partner may feel very motivated or very determined to make things happen when it comes to your career or your financial situation in 2025. You guys may be making a very big purchase. You may be making really big moves when it comes to your career. It says financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. For those of you that are single, you may be more focused on finances and career. Versus like actually getting into a committed relationship, because you are putting so much of yourself and so much of your energy into making something happen when it comes to your professional life and your money. So that may be more of a focus for you guys. Even those of you that are in a relationship, finances and career may be more of a focus for you in 2025. So your relationship may be sort of on kind of like autopilot, whether you're in a relationship or not. If you get into a relationship, for those of you that are single, you may meet people here and there that you're really drawn to, that you really like. But again, your lover, for those of you that are single, you may prefer that your soulmate be your career right now, or be whatever it is that you were trying to bring to form in your professional life. And then we have your heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. So for those of you that are in a relationship or end up in a relationship in 2025, you're going to see a lot of themes when it comes to being honest and truthful about whatever it is that you feel, about whatever it is your expectations are, about your boundaries, about what you need, about what you're not getting, about where you feel as though your relationship could improve or get better. You guys are going to be very, very, very honest, brutally. I don't want to say brutally honest, but you guys are going to have the types of conversations that really helps build stronger intimacy and a stronger connection in 2025. So for you guys, romance and stuff like that is going to have a lot to do with reflection, honesty, activating your throat chakra, and keeping it real when it comes to what you are feeling, what you are going through. Your partner may also be on that same page with you, but as you open up the conversation and say what you need to say from your heart, it may also inspire your partner to do the same thing. So you guys may see your trust deepen when it comes to your romantic relationships. For those of you that are in a relationship or get into one in 2025, you may find that it's like the more that you guys talk, the deeper that you guys build that trust, or the deeper your intimacy gets through these honest conversations. So it might not be like a super passionate, hot and heavy year, because you guys are really focused on finances and career. That's where you're going to get a lot of your excitement and arousal in 2025, is when it comes to making things happen in your career and with your money. And again, when it comes to heart-to-heart conversations, you guys some of you may even decide to separate or take some time apart when it comes to heart-to-heart conversations, and finally acknowledging things that you've needed to say in your relationship for a long time, but maybe you held back. Maybe you bit your tongue. Maybe you didn't say certain things, especially if this 5 of Wands in reverse had anything to do with you guys' romantic connection or partnership, where it was like there's a lot of bickering, a lot of petty fights, a lot of tit for tat, a lot of back and forth. You guys may notice that you are finally addressing whatever was at the core of these petty little arguments and stuff, if they had something to do with your romantic partnership. Okay, so it's going to be the themes that you guys see play out in your romantic life in 2025. Let's see what life themes you guys may see happening or play out in 2025. Okay, it was a chunk of cards. I'm gonna keep shuffling. Okay, we have here health and freedom. It says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. Again, this is like I mentioned earlier when we were just checking out you guys' tarot cards, that you're going to finally start showing up for yourself. Maybe some of you guys neglected yourself, neglected even your health in 2024. You're not going to allow that to happen in 2025. For some of you, the devil card in reverse, like I said, you guys are confronting a lot of personal demons in 2025, and you're not going to allow yourself to you're not going to allow something to get out of hand ever again. It could be your health for some of you that you allowed to sort of, that you neglected a little bit in 2024, and you guys really rein that back in 2025. You may get very, very serious about your health in 2025, and just living a healthier lifestyle, whether that's like getting in shape, going to the gym, or just taking better care of yourself when it comes to your health. Okay, so that's a huge theme for you guys in 2025. It's just getting to a place where you feel healthy, you feel good. And then we have here freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. This is totally that Emperor energy, and even your Queen of Wands right here. And even a little bit of Two of Wands, because when it comes to the Two of Wands, this is all about being in the planning stages and being like, as you guys can see, he's holding like a globe in his hand. And when we see things like globes or the earth in tarot, it can talk about having a world of possibilities, but it's in the palm of his hand. So this is feeling like I can do anything. I can go anywhere. I can become anything. I can create anything. I've got a world of possibilities in the palm of my hands. That can sort of translate to this feeling of freedom. But like I said, for you guys, I'm picking up on like a lot of independence. You guys claiming a lot of independence somewhere in your life. So with freedom here, this is you guys feeling as though you're in control of your own happiness, like we talked about a little bit with just your tarot cards down here. This is you guys getting to a space of like vibratory management where you feel as though you take responsibility and accountability for your own vibration and your own happiness. And so you guys could be creating more space somewhere in your life, getting more freedom in your life. Some of you, this could be in your romantic life, for instance, where it's like, I need to have a little bit more freedom. I need to distance myself, or I need to get out of this relationship because it feels a little too heavy. Or maybe this is work where you guys are like, I'm going to take a little bit of time off, or I'm going to retire, or I'm going to start my own business where I have more freedom. I have more creative freedom. I have more opportunity to make my own decisions professionally, and I can bring my own visions to life. Like we talked about with Pisces, being a dreamer. I believe right here. Okay. Let's just see what your angels want to say. Could be a couple of themes for you guys in 2025, or some things that maybe your angels are working on in tandem with you guys in 2025. We have listen to your intuitive feelings came out. And then underneath the deck, we have, if you get nervous, focus on service. So listen to your intuitive feelings. It says your body is receiving accurate messages from the divine. This could be why you guys are really tapped into health in 2025, because you guys may be feeling more sensitive physically, more physically sensitive to things. So you guys may even realize that you develop some sort of aversions to certain foods or to certain things. Maybe you're like, I don't want to drink in 2025, or I don't want to eat certain things. You guys may even develop like allergies or allergic reactions to certain things because, and you know, this is more of like a woo-woo sort of explanation. Obviously, do not take this over any sort of like medical advice, but sometimes when we're going through things energetically, vibrationally, our physical body has reactions, or it manifests. Those vibrational fluctuations, they manifest in very physical ways where we're not able to partake in the same things anymore. We're not able to be around the same people in the same environments, doing the same things anymore. So for you guys, you may notice that like you develop certain sensitivities to certain foods or to certain practices or being in certain environments. You may notice that you're drawn to different things. Maybe you're more drawn to getting outside in nature, or, you know, eating differently, or a different diet altogether. So definitely listen to you guys' intuitive feelings. That's going to be a big theme when it comes to you and your angels in 2025, where they're sending you a lot of intuitive information, and you guys are going to be a lot more sensitive to that and picking up on that. And that may be why as well. You guys are more sensitive physically and are not able to consume the same things. So it could even be like the music that you're listening to, the TV that you're watching. Okay. And then we have here underneath the deck, if you get nervous, focus on service. Put your entire intention on answering the question, how can I make the world a better place? And the law of attraction will automatically take care of your needs. So you guys' needs are also getting met. Sounds a lot like this trust card over here when it came to you guys' finance and career energy or themes over here. If you get nervous, focus on service. If you guys are getting nervous or doubtful about what it is that you're doing or where it is that you're going, you guys have a lot of confidence in 2025, but there may be times where like you start to doubt or question what you're doing. And that's natural. That is a human reaction. But if that's the case, focus on service, focus on what you're doing. And this is why you guys are going to feel like you need to be doing things that are fulfilling and purposeful and meaningful. Because it's going to help you guys stay on track especially when it comes to manifesting certain things as well. Okay. And then let's just get a final message in terms of the themes that you guys may be dealing with in 2025. This tried to also come out. This says invitation, grasp, and then unearth. Okay, interesting. So But the card that slid out for you guys, we have here Unearth. So I'm going to read this out of the deck, but we also have here Invitation. So you guys may be receiving a lot of invitations or offers for things, like I did pick up when we were just looking at you guys' tarot cards. There could be some really crazy, insane offers coming to you guys in 2025. Some of you guys may even be consciously manifesting those. So yeah, you guys may be getting some really, really incredible invites, and also as well spiritual invites. So you guys may be going through some sort of initiation as well, spiritually or energetically, in 2025. But I'm gonna read Unearth out of the books. 1 second. Okay, and Unearth says upright, deep layers, subconscious work, activation. Yeah, so you guys are going to be doing a lot of subconscious work as well. Devil card in reverse right here. And it says, when you've committed to this work, you will notice how your deepest self holds you accountable on your growth. Like I said, this is you guys getting in control of your own vibration, vibratory management. Okay, we'll call it. But it says it will bring up your patterns layer by layer so you can work on them. So when Unearth finds you, it's an indicator that some old wounds may be coming up for you. They're, like I said, you guys are realizing I'm better than this. You guys are getting past these petty situations, and you're really battling or overcoming your personal demons. But it says there may be an event, conversation, or situation in your life that's giving you the opportunity to work through some limitations, just like we have heart-to-heart conversations. It says each time we go through the cycle, we are blessed with sitting with a deeper layer and a deeper understanding of something that lives within us. The more we peel back the layers of a cycle, the more we find that what we once thought to be true no longer is. You may have thought a habit you had was something you inherited from a parent, only to find a subconscious attachment to suffering. I spent years thinking I procrastinated as some form of self-sabotage, like a fear of success or failure. When I explored it further, my survival brain feared feeling inspired. It felt threatened by the idea of enjoying what I do, because in the past, things I have enjoyed doing have been weaponized against me. It's rarely as straightforward as we think, and Unearth is a guide in that process. It is a reminder that you can, in fact, get through it. Sometimes this process can feel defeating, though. It might feel like I already know about this, or I've worked on this so much already, but it never truly ends, does it? It gets easier. We get stronger. It requires less effort as we go. Our container grows exponentially, so that when a pattern that once ruled your life comes up, it can feel like holding a small stone in your hand as opposed to pinning you to the ground. Beautiful. It says, in Unearth, we see a suspended cube that looks as if it might be breaking open. There is light streaming out from the center. The light indicates the openings that this moment offers. When we feel activated or a new layer of a deep pattern is shown to us, we have a potent opportunity to create shifts. It can feel dark, which is the coloring of this card shows, but there is much waiting to burst forth. And pile one, this is all that I'm seeing for you guys. Very beautiful reading. Thank you so very much for tuning in. That's definitely going to be a theme that you guys see showing up time and time again in 2025, is breaking through whatever had you hostage energetically. Like I said, there's a lot of energetic cords that you guys are severing and cutting with this Five of Wands in reverse. A lot of personal demons that you guys are confronting and overcoming with the Devil in reverse. This is you guys getting in control of your own energy and vibration with the Queen of Wands right here, and really starting to feel or seem untouchable with the Emperor over here. So yes, this is a very beautiful reading, but this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. Hopefully you guys come back to visit sometime soon, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. All right, pile two, welcome to your reading. So we are starting off with you guys' tarot cards. Then I'm going to be pulling a series of oracle cards to check out what your 2025 will look like, and look into some common themes that you could see pop up here and there over the next year. So getting started with you guys' tarot cards, the very first one that we have here is the Queen of Cups, then the Magician, then the Fool in reverse, then we have the King of Cups. And for your under the deck energy, so this is basically like the unconscious themes or themes that you're kind of not aware of playing out. We have the Seven of Swords or the Seven of Swords upright. So pile two, first off, there's a lot of peace coming to you guys in 2025. A lot of it will have to do with this protection that is like around you 360 degrees from each angle, with the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups right here. Okay, so there's like a lot of like spiritual energetic protection around you guys. And that is where a lot of your peace is going to come from in 2025. You guys are going to be shielded from a lot of things, kind of kept away from a lot of things. And it'll look like, for those of you that haven't yet, like you find your mate as well with this King of Cups here, or like you find this missing piece for those not looking for love. You find your balance and you find you're happy. 2025 will not feel as chaotic for most of you in this pile with Fool in reverse right here. Some of you will spend a chunk of this year still knee deep in that search or frequency of adventure, but you will find it this year or realize what you were looking for. And once you do, it'll settle you, because Fool upright is about journeying. When you are on a journey, you may have an idea about where you are going or would like to end up, but you don't know what's going to happen necessarily. There's a lot of details that sort of just like left up to chance, which is why the Magician card exists, which is the card of willpower. It says, I will make do with what I've got and I'll work with what's around me. Like a road trip, for example, you might get a flat tire. So you pull out your spare, which would be the Magician. The spare would be the Magician card. So you might get gas at a place whose card machines are down. So you pull out cash, which would be your Magician card. You adapt to your environment, and that's how you settle your needs. And your needs are being met in 2025, needs that you've had for a long time. You've been looking, you've been on a journey where you've had to adapt, learn, retrace your steps, pivot, and deal with the unknown. That's not the vibe for you in 2025. This is a very calm, serene energy here. Some of you will meet your person this year or reconnect with the right person, and they might share the same zodiac sign as you or the same element. So you guys might be like, you both might be earth signs or water signs or fire signs or air signs. You may even be opposing signs too, for Queen and the King of Cups to show up, because this talks about just a balance, like a connection or a partnership. If it manifests in that way, that feels very balanced. It feels like it has like a good equilibrium. So you guys are going to feel like you're finally being loved correctly in 2025 and being loved by the right people in your life or the universe even. This is also slow, intentional living. You guys may go on some sort of like a sober journey even, or actually stick it out this time in 2025, and it really opens your eyes and makes you really tap in with the Magician over here. It's like your magic or your abilities, your spiritual abilities, your talents, your skills are really going to come to life in 2025. They're really going to take sort of like center stage. You guys may also realize too, like, wow, I was trying to numb myself using this sort of lifestyle or using that substance or being in this relationship or being in this environment. And you won't want to do that in 2025. You won't want to numb or escape. And that's going to make you give up something, give up some sort of, maybe practice or something that you do, something that you turn to cope. And you guys might go on an elimination diet early in the year as well, or some sort of strict lifestyle change, like maybe no sugar or no caffeine for 60 days. Or if you guys have ever heard of, I forget exactly what it's called. I think it's called something like Hard 70, where it's like it's just a bit of a stricter lifestyle. I think there's levels to it. I don't really know, or I forget the exact name that it's called, but I think that's what it is. But I could see you guys doing something similar to that, having this realization about your body and what you've been putting into it and how it's been affecting your mood. This could be you guys deciding to be, I think it's abstinent. There's also a new routine here. I don't know if you guys have been like, I want to start waking up earlier so I can do yoga in the morning. All right, you guys, I'm back. My son woke up from his nap, so I had to go tend to that, and I forgot exactly where we were. I think I was talking about with you guys, like maybe some sort of you guys like starting some sort of like a new daily schedule or something like that, or wanting to. Yeah, that's what it really looks like here to me with this Queen of Cups, King of Cups here. So yeah, there could be like some sort of new, maybe you guys want to like start waking up earlier. Yeah. At a specific time. So maybe you can do certain things in the morning to get your mind right, to get ready for the day, like yoga, or take a walk outside or meditate, maybe journal, visit the beach. Some of you may even want to live near water because you have this King of Cups and this Queen of Cups right here. So some of you may even try to move closer to water, closer to the beach. in 2025, and that'll happen for you. You'll move closer to maybe like a coastline, or you might have a river nearby, or some sort of a stream in your backyard, or maybe move somewhere where there's like a pool or something where you can be more near water. So you guys might get a pool installed or move into a home with a pool. You really connect with the element of water this year. Maybe you guys start incorporating like spiritual baths and stuff into your routine. And I can personally say how healing water has been for me throughout my life. And especially this year, just going through like postpartum and stuff. It's helped me a lot in my life with anxiety, just being around water, because, you know, water, it moves as one. It's one body, it's one collective. And, you know, when you're dealing with things like anxiety, it can make you feel so detached, disconnected, and pulled apart in a lot of different pieces. So to be near this like natural element that's all flowing and moving together, it really helped me experience those deep moments of reconnection with myself, to God, to my emotions. And I see you guys having a similar experience where you guys get to this place that feels calm, safe, and like you can trust your surroundings. And so it may have to do with like incorporating more water or something into your routine, living near water, spiritual baths, something like that. And wow, yes, you guys also have Seven of Swords underneath the deck, because that is sort of like a theme for you guys, or over 2025, over the next year, is feeling like you can trust your surroundings a lot more. Someone may have been taking your kindness for weakness at some point, or this could even be like you guys viewing your own kindness in that way, like it's been a liability in your life. And you may look back and say, wow, I really let people get away with murder. With the Seven of Swords right here, I let them get away with too much. Queen of Cups can talk about radical acceptance and loving yourself to the fullest, mothering yourself in a way that you specifically need to be loved right now. Or it can even talk about loving others, showing up for others in that way. King of Cups, more masculine energy, talks about a firmer presence coming in when dealing with the element of water. So this could be like developing more emotional boundaries, being very selective when it comes to who you get close to and who you allow in, or who you give your heart to. So the King of Cups, he's a more protective sort of figure when it comes to the element of water and the Suit of Cups. But he's definitely a firmer presence here. And that's why I really picked up like protection for you guys as well, spiritually. But yeah, he's definitely like a firmer presence coming in when it comes to water, which deals with our intuition, emotion, and subconscious. So this king could be saying you're fathering yourself as well in 2025 and restructuring your subconscious mind. Queen is realizing how you need to be loved, giving yourself that and holding space, which then reprograms your subconscious here, from the Queen to the King. And Magician here, you guys are manifesting big time in 2025. Again, it's your needs being met. And this is also the universe pouring into you and you connecting to universal energy in a different way. And the Fool in reverse, again, this is more so like a message from the universe to you guys saying that like your life is not going to be uprooted again in 2025. For those of you that were intuitively drawn to this pile, and you can honestly say like your life has been uprooted at least once or twice in the recent past, in 2025, you won't be dealing with that. You'll be dealing with a lot more stability and security and predictability when it comes to your own like personal life, where it won't feel like you're having the rug pulled out from underneath your feet. With this Fool in reverse card right here is what it's really alluding to. You guys having to start over in some way, maybe having to like find more work or find a new job, or leaving a relationship, or moving away from your hometown, or, experiencing certain breakups with loved ones, family, friends, stuff like that. It's like you guys are not going to be going through any more like emotional upheaval like that, like you guys have been. With the Seven of Swords being underneath the deck for this, like these more so unconscious themes or themes that you may be unaware of in 2025, what this is really saying to me is that you guys' judge of character has really developed from past situations, past experiences. And it's much easier for you guys to read between the lines, to sniff out people's true motives. And you guys are more watchful. You're more vigilant, not in a paranoid way. It could be for some of you that you'll be working out or working through in 2025. But I feel like you guys are eventually going to get to a place next year where you could be aware that somebody's not telling you the whole truth. You could be aware that somebody's even lying. And again, it's not going to pull the rug out from underneath your feet. This isn't going to be something that impacts you guys in a way where it causes these disturbances and these upheavals in your life. But this is more so you guys just like being really discerning on who and what is around you and what people's true motives are. But you guys might be in 2025 with the Seven of Swords underneath the deck, maybe like figuring something out, uncovering something, discovering something, finding out some sort of a secret. Maybe something gets revealed to you in 2025 that sort of helps, that maybe helps to close out some sort of chapter. Maybe it helps you to feel like you've gotten some sort of closure, and like you can kind of move on from a certain situation. Let's start grabbing some oracle cards for you guys, get some additional messages as to what themes you guys may see pop up in 2025. Also with the Seven of Swords in 2025, if there's anybody or anything, any sort of situation that's around you that is not being completely and totally 100% honest with you, that is going to change in 2025, where you guys may learn something, may discover something about somebody in your life in 2025, something that they haven't been telling you about or they haven't been honest about. It doesn't have to necessarily talk about betrayal. Seven of Swords, it talks about intentionally keeping certain information to yourself, intentionally, it talks about secrets in a way, but withholding information, I should say. So if there's anybody or anything around you that's been withholding information, especially if you guys have asked, because you have this protection around you, especially if you guys have asked the universe to reveal whatever may be happening around you, especially if it's been sort of like triggering your spirit in a way where you just feel maybe like something's off or like you don't know everything. That will be revealed to you in 2025. Okay, let's see what we get here. We have here passage. Your current situation is a means to an end. You are making the uncertain voyage to a new world. Enjoy the discoveries as you go. Yeah, so you guys are definitely going to be discovering things, because we have the word here, discoveries. But it says uncertain voyage to a new world. And then we have like this ship like on water. So you guys there may definitely be something going on with water in 2025 for you. But with passage here, this for me is kind of talking about like a transition. Like it says, your current situation is a means to an end. So there's something that's kind of coming to an end, maybe some sort of situation or a chapter in your life or a season in your life that has been sort of serving as like a transportation to a brand new cycle or a brand new chapter in your life. But that is something that for you guys, like I said, with the Fool in reverse, a lot of you guys have experienced feeling as though the rug was snatched from beneath your feet and feeling like your life was just thrown into chaos, or there was like a lot of upheaval and like a lot of surprises and stuff like that. That's not going to be happening in 2025. And this is basically why, because you guys are finally crossing over. You guys are finally like getting to a place where it's like, okay, like here's where I'm supposed to be. Here's where I'm meant to be. There's more stability for that. So you guys, the reason why so much of your life was maybe chaotic or unpredictable, or there was so much volatility, was because it was a transitionary sort of season for you guys that you're coming out of with this passage card. And again, something about water. You guys may be moving closer to water, maybe going on a cruise or something like that in 2025, spending more time with water. Then we have here underneath the deck looking. It's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. You need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. So this could be another thing that you guys are getting passage to, is when it comes to your career and your professional life, finally like doing a career that feels more in alignment with your purpose and what you were born to do, or what you were brought here to do. And then we have for you many choices. You have options, even if you don't see them right now. Get creative and look around. Pull a card for each option to see what is best. So you guys, you definitely have options. There's going to be a lot of choices that open up for you in 2025. That could be a major theme for you guys throughout next year, is just like having an abundance of options, an abundance of choices as far as where you guys want passage to, or where you want to end up at. So there could be a lot of different avenues for you guys to go down in 2025 when it comes to maybe certain parts of your life. Underneath the deck here, we have trapped. It says you feel stuck in your current situation, but you do have options. Again, options coming through. Look for another job while keeping the one that you have for now. So a lot of you guys, your transitionary season may have had to do with work. It may have had to do with your career, but you guys are going to feel more settled with that in 2025. So that's going to be a main theme for you guys. I feel like walking into the new year, you may be a little unsettled when it comes to work. And eventually, as the time progresses throughout next year, you're going to feel like things are starting to make more sense with your professional life and with your career, things like that. Let's grab a couple of finance and career cards for you. Themes with your finances and career for 2025. We have windfall, and then we have offering underneath the deck. And so windfall here says you are about to receive a windfall of money or pay raise. Money is currently in a positive cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself or make that big purchase. So you guys could see just like bursts of more money, new money, lots of money coming in. That could even be what this many choices card is talking about. Because when we're talking about many choices, it's talking about an abundance of options. So this could even be like an abundance of money coming in that affords you guys the right to, it affords more possibilities in your life, and it brings in more opportunities, more opportunities to make a decision about what it is that you want to do or what you want to do next, where you don't feel so trapped. So there could be a windfall of money coming in for you guys that ends up helping you guys escape whatever sort of situation that you may feel trapped in. And again, these are themes with money and career. So you guys may notice lots of money, or just like moments where your money really increases, or where you're experiencing like an abundance of income or a lot of money coming in. And then we have here offering, and it says, the universe will meet all your needs. Consider having a money altar. Call upon your spirit guides and angels to assist you during this time. Again, like I said, there's a big theme of water here. So you guys may even start using water to manifest things with your career, with your money, with your life in general. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. I wouldn't be shocked if there's like some new guides that you guys connect with in 2025. These could be new guides in the form of a spirit, or in the form of mentors, like actual human beings that come in and sort of help you guys financially, or they sort of come in and mentor you guys when it comes to money or your career. But either which way, this offering card is definitely talking about you guys spiritually conducting the flow of money in your life. So you guys getting to maybe setting up a money altar, or getting more spiritual and manifesting, setting intentions for money, is actually going to cause a lot of moments of windfalls and your money to get into a positive cycle in 2025. So that's going to be really big themes for you guys, is windfalls of money, and using spirituality, using rituals, things like that. Maybe making certain offerings, sacrifices to an altar or something like that, or to the universe, to Mother Earth, in order to bring money into your life. Again, that's just going to be a huge theme in 2025. Let's see what other cosmic themes may be playing out for you guys in 2025. Okay, so we have here Yo Destiny underneath the deck, and then we have ninth house faith. So ninth house is traditionally ruled by Sagittarius and Jupiter. Jupiter is a planet of abundance and expansion. It is the guru of astrology. He is basically, I always describe him as like this elder type, where it's like a grandfather type. He has a lot of wisdom that he is open to sharing with people, but if they ask, he is not domineering. He doesn't like push his knowledge onto other people. He's not like a show off that's like, look at me, look at how much I know. Like that's not Jupiter. Jupiter is very like laid back, relaxed. He's just somebody that's lived a lot of life, has a lot of experience, and is willing to share it with other people and to better their lives because of that wisdom that he has accumulated. So with ninth house, the way that he relates to the ninth house is through things like resonance. So when we're dealing with the ninth house, Sagittarius, Jupiter energy, it's all about what do you resonate with? It's all about tapping into potential that we can see for ourselves, or, potential that we haven't tapped into, that we haven't aligned with. So for you guys with ninth house faith, there's going to be a really big theme of the ninth house playing out in your 2025 when it comes to what you can visually see, or how you can see your life coming into form. So there's going to be things that you guys have visualized, that you have imagined, that you have wanted for a long time, that actually end up happening in 2025. Also with ninth house faith, this can talk about religion, spirituality, things like that, our belief system, this is a very intellectual area in astrology. So for you guys, you may even be going through some sort of transition where you are taking on new spiritual philosophies, maybe where you are getting into religion or getting into a whole new belief system. But again, it kind of reconnects to this offering card that came out for you guys, talking about incorporating spiritual practices into your financial flow or your finances. So with ninth house faith, you guys, like there's going to be a lot of themes in 2025 where you're going to need to have faith, or you're going to use faith as a tool in order to bring certain things into your life, in order to manifest certain things in 2025. Also, too, we have like palm tree on this card, a Ouija board right here. So this is you guys just getting more spiritual, getting more into like energy. This is you guys tapping into like your inner witch, so to speak, or like your inner power, you know, whatever it is that you guys have the magician card right here. So this is totally you guys like getting to a place where you're starting to call up your own power, call up your own skills, call up the magic that's in you in order to change certain areas of your life that you're dissatisfied with. And your destiny, you guys are going to feel like certain things are happening in your life that were always meant to happen in the year of 2025. So there's going to be a lot of fated experiences happening for you guys in 2025. Not only do you have the magician here, but you have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups. Like we were talking about when I was just checking out you guys' tarot cards earlier, you guys may even meet someone that they almost seem like another half of you. Like maybe they seem like a soulmate for you, or a twin flame if you believe in that, or you know what, like this is going to feel like somebody that you were always meant to meet. So this idea of like an invisible string is going to be popping up everywhere in you guys' life in 2025. That's going to be a major theme as well for you guys in 2025, is just like this idea of an invisible string, or evidence that you've always been connected to certain things that are coming into your life in 2025. Because when we deal with yods in astrology, it's this aspect right here, or this shape right here. And it's referred to as the finger of God in astrology, which means like this was always going to happen. There was nothing you could do to stop it from happening. No matter what, everything in the universe conspired to make this experience happen in your life. So you guys may have a really big moment in 2025 where you're like, oh my God, the universe set this up, or like the universe conspired on my behalf to make this happen. And this could have something to do with your career. For me, it feels like a human. It feels like a person. I don't know if this is like a friend that you guys meet, or a lover. Maybe this is a child that you end up having. It could be like a relative or something that you guys end up connecting with or meeting, something like that. But again, it's like you guys are going to realize like, oh, like this was always going to happen. This was just always going to happen. Lots of dots connecting. And also too, watch out for Sagittarius season with the ninth house here. And Sagittarius season, it happens in like the later part of the year. So late November into December of 2025. That could be when you guys see some sort of yod alignments happening in your life. Some of you guys, you may even have like a yod, whatever, in your own natal chart. They're kind of like rare aspects, but you may definitely have that in your chart. Let's grab some other cards here to see what other themes may be playing out in your 2025. Hold on, it's a chunk of cards. Just let me keep shuffling. Like I was saying with your King and Queen of Cups, some of you guys, you may meet someone who maybe they are like your opposing sign. We have here blame that flipped over. I accept responsibility for my well-being. This could be that Queen and King of Cups here for you guys, where you're just like accepting responsibility for how you feel. You guys are maybe even releasing any sort of blame that you've been carrying with you. Whatever baggage that you guys may have been sort of like carrying along, you may even release that in 2025. That may be a big theme for you as well, is sort of confronting any sort of places that you feel are your fault, or any sort of experiences that you have gone through in the past that maybe you blame yourself for, or maybe even blame another person. So there could be themes of like forgiveness popping up in 2025 for you guys. Okay, and then underneath the deck here, we have courage. Some of you guys, you were attracted to pile one because there's a couple of things here popping up that is slightly similar to pile one, just a little bit. But courage underneath the deck here says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So this is you guys facing things that maybe scare you. And we have ninth house faith here. And, you know, when we call on our faith, or we start to lean on our faith, it could be because we're going through a situation that maybe we are afraid of, or maybe we don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we are wanting things to pan out in a certain way. And so we lean on our faith in ourselves, or the faith in a higher power, the faith in the universe, or just faith in the work and the energy that we've already invested. We lean on something else outside of ourselves. So for you guys, you may be finding that you are really acting with courage and acting in faith all throughout 2025. And as you guys can see, especially with the windfall card right here, that really ends up paying off for you guys in a lot of ways. And that windfall could even be the destiny, ninth house, faith sort of situation that ends up happening for you guys, where it's like, because I had faith in this, I always felt that I always felt that this was going to happen for my career, or I always felt that this was going to happen for me financially or in my life. And it ends up coming to pass for you guys. So there's definitely some sort of like prophecy here, that is going to be, you guys are actually going to witness happen in your life in 2025 for sure. Let's pull a couple of romance cards to see what's going on romantically. We have here playfulness, and underneath the deck here we have very soon. So the themes that are happening with you guys is love life in 2025. We have playfulness. So this could be like you and your romantic partner, or if you're not in a relationship, this could be the people that you date or somebody that you end up in a relationship with in 2025. And it's like you guys is like inner child is totally activated and and always present in you guys' connection with playfulness right here. You guys may be like very flirty with each other. You may be very hands-on with each other, very handsy. You guys may always be like cracking jokes with each other. You guys may almost seem like friends in a sense. So that may be like a common theme that keeps popping up in you guys' love life and romantic life in 2025. It's just like this deep friendship in your romantic partnerships. But it says to recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Okay, so any sort of relationship that you guys are in or get in for 2025, it may feel very like youthful. It may inspire you in a lot of ways. Your partner may inspire you. That relationship may inspire you, whether it's like a long-term relationship or something that's more casual. And then we have here very soon underneath the deck, it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Again, this is that ninth house faith playing out, and destiny playing out for you guys, where it's just like, listen, like whatever it is that you say you want is going to come in and happen for you very quickly, very soon. Okay, so, and again, this has a lot to do with you guys tapping into your own magician power, your own magician energy, all of 2025, and saying, you know what, I would like to be in a relationship, and boom, it comes into your life. You meet somebody very soon. You know what, I would like to make this much money, and boom, some sort of a career opportunity comes into your life. It's like the moment that you guys sort of decide, magician card right here, you decide what you want, you call out for it, and the universe responds and it sends it your way. Okay. But this is definitely a theme that you guys will also see playing out in your love life as well. Let's pull some cards, messages from your angels in terms of some themes that they see playing out for you guys in 2025. Okay, so we have here, shield yourself, protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So yeah, like I said, that was one of the first messages that came through for you guys, was you're very protected with this Queen of Cups, King of Cups over here. It's like you guys are protected on all fronts, on all sides. So yeah, shield yourself. But this is also talking about your angels, talking about you guys protecting yourself. Like we mentioned with your King of Cups over here, this is like you guys developing or getting more strict with your emotional boundaries and becoming more selective, more protective over your heart as well, which shield yourself right here. So that's other themes that your angels are alluding to in 2025. And underneath the deck here, we have law of attraction. This is very magician coded right here. It says relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energy. Some of you guys were definitely drawn to pile one. I think, was that you guys' pile? Oh, I can never remember. I do these readings and I'm like, did I say that for this pile or that pile? Like, I can never remember. I don't know. But there was a message that came through about you guys may become more physically sensitive to different people, places, environments, things that you consume. I think it was pile 1. So again, some of you guys, you may have been a little drawn to pile 1. Like you may have pile 1 may have slightly piqued your interest, okay? Because I can't remember if I mentioned that for you guys as pile or theirs. Okay, and then let's just get a final message here. But yeah, definitely law of attraction is going to be a huge theme for you guys as well in 2025. It's going to be something that you guys as angels are working on for you in 2025 is just like going to work for you, being of service to you and making certain things come to fruition. Yeah, some of you guys are definitely drawn to pile 1. You may have even just like come from pile 1 and just like the video maybe is still playing. If so, it's for a reason, okay? Let's see was there a card in here flipped around? I could have sworn. Yes, there was a card in here flipped around. Did not know that. Let's see. That one is too, okay. All right, let's see. Let's grab a final message for you guys. What you need to know. We have here fracture. And then underneath the deck, invitation. Okay, some of you guys are definitely drawn to pile 1. Pile 1 is for sure some of you guys' pile as well, okay? There's themes from pile 1 that is also going to be at play in your life in 2025. And fracture upright says life-changing event, big change. This is destiny. Life-changing event. Like I said, Yod, whatever is considered is regarded as the finger of God in astrology. It says life-changing event, big change. Wow. Okay. So it says, welcome to the moment of no return. The fracture can wear many faces, but most often it is born through a big life-altering event, and this is when the journey begins in earnest, as it's where we truly understand we cannot go backwards. Depending on our resistance level and what we needed to happen for us to understand this, it can sometimes feel traumatic. Sometimes the universe creates a force so strong and removes us from our previous life in such a way that it is impossible to return, just like your passage card right here, you guys. Okay, wow. And it says... And this is why the faith card came out for you guys, to keep the faith through whatever changes may be going on. And like I mentioned with your full card in reverse, a lot of you guys have experienced like your life being turned upside down, completely turned upside down in the recent past. You're sick of that. And in 2025, that's not going to be something that's happening. So I think it's interesting that it's sort of talking about that here with this card as well. But yeah, it says it can feel like we're scrambling to keep up all the while trying to process a deep grief and loss coming up. This can be a time where many of our tools have no effect on us. My first fracture moment was losing my car license, home, and job all within a week. This didn't even happen as a result of a DUI or anything like that. It was just multiple and separate events crashing in on me, making sure there was no way I could keep going forward on that path. This would definitely be a destiny moment for the author of this deck here. But it says, and of course, this experience was deeply traumatizing for me. So when we meet the fracture, the best thing that we can do is tend to our nervous system. When the events around us feel threatening and present big changes, our nervous system often gets locked into a fight, flight, freeze, fawn, faint response. The more we can take small steps to regulate it every day, the easier it will be to transition through this period. So some of you guys, you may be going through your Saturn return as well, because it says the art with this card is a picture of Saturn here. And it says Saturn is the bringer of life lessons. So for you guys with fracture here, this could definitely be talking about you guys experiencing different types of fractures in your life in 2025. Okay, you guys, sorry, I'm back. I keep like taking breaks and you guys is reading. My bad. Anyways, though, this fracture card here is mind-blowing to me. It's really crazy because we have many choices, looking, very soon, windfall, law of attraction, destiny, faith, and the magician, with both the Queen and King of Cups here in your spread. Fracture for you guys is tower energy all day, which talks about, as it mentioned, a life-changing event. And tower energy isn't all doom and gloom. It's not always about trauma and pain and the worst things that you can think of happening or misfortune. No, it's about destruction. What is it destroying though? It could be destroying strongholds. It could be destroying blockages. It could be destroying situations that have held you hostage or that are holding you back or keeping you tied down. So destruction can also serve a very divine purpose. And Tower is, when you really understand the card and look into it, it's a card of liberation. They are being liberated from that tower that has kept them, it's kept them insulated. It's kept them almost imprisoned. And they may not have realized that they were in a prison until they were forcefully freed from it. So that's exactly what's happening with you guys' fracture card here. Like we talked about earlier in your reading, 2025 is not going to throw you guys' life into a tailspin, or it's not going to derail you, but it will set things into place, just like the destiny card says right here. Fracture is these miraculous surprises coming in and destiny playing out, where boom, all of a sudden a windfall of money comes in, or maybe you meet your soulmate like with very soon, or that intention finally comes into your life with the law of attraction card here and the magician. You don't have to look for your person or counterpart or happiness or manifestation to come in anymore, because it finds you with looking. And Queen and King of Cups, 2025 will be the year that your life pivots, in the sense that people, careers, opportunities, communities, experiences, they come into your life that were always meant to be there and will deeply impact you or imprint on your journey. There's core memories that you guys will make in 2025 and remember for the rest of your life. It's like when someone meets their soulmate and it changes their life in the most beautiful way, and things feel like they make more sense. And you guys will be protected from the evil eye as well, or anyone around you with the Seven of Swords energies here that's envious of what you have or whatever comes into your life in 2025. So do not doubt yourself if you feel like you need to splinter off like fracture here and distance yourself from certain people or sever cords and ties to certain energies, certain environments, certain lifestyles, or places and situations that are giving you just weird ass energy. These two guides in your life and in your spread here, the King and Queen of Cups will be steadily pouring intuitive information into your consciousness, so you know exactly who and what is around you. That is the reason this protection is coming through so strong for you with Shield Yourself, Courage, Offerings, and the King and Queen of Cups here. They're protecting you from any energies that see this windfall or relationship or life that's coming together for you in 2025. So do not doubt why certain things may come apart or fracture around you. Certain relationships may end. Paths may come to an end because the universe is protecting this destiny that is playing out for you and your benefit. Okay. So pile 2. Yes. Right. Yeah. Pile 2. This is all that I have for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some love and support and some excitement for this new year to come. You guys stay safe, healthy, blessed. Keep conquering the world, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. All right, pile 3, welcome to your reading. So we are starting off with you guys' tarot cards to check out what your 2025 will look like. Some common themes that you guys may see pop up here and there throughout the year. And then I'll pull some oracle cards just to get a general idea of things like your love life, career, finances, health, stuff like that throughout 2025. So this is basically just like a general overview of your year to come. So the very first tarot card that we have for you guys is we have the Hermit. Then we have the Lovers in reverse, and I have to cover that up. Otherwise, YouTube will demonetize the video or will keep me from uploading. Then we have here Justice in reverse. And the Ace of Cups. And you're underneath the deck energy. Hold on, you guys, let me grab it. You're underneath the deck energy. So basically this is like any sort of themes that you may be unconscious of or not as aware of playing out throughout 2025. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, okay? So pile 3, what 2025 will look like for you or will be about for you is sharpening your skills, your skill sets or your talents. That is going to be a pretty consistent theme for you. Some of you are definitely going back to school. You may be experiencing a Jupiter return as well, with Jupiter about to move into Gemini. I don't know why, but this Hermit here, it feels like Jupiter and Gemini energy. Hermit is ruled by Virgo. And we do have the Lovers here, who is also ruled by Gemini. But it feels like you guys hit a stroke of luck because of this year's like Jupiter transit. Jupiter is already in Gemini, but Jupiter will be in Gemini for majority of 2025. So yeah, you don't have to have that placement for this reading to apply to you, but Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, expansion, abundance, blessings. It can even symbolize a spiritual guru or like a benefactor, or just like this presence of some sort of like godlike presence that's at work in your life. Gemini will deal with things like dualism, information, the mind, education, how we process data, and environmental stimuli. So Jupiter in Gemini is going to bring you guys good luck when it comes to using your voice, speaking engagements, stating your truth, speaking up, sharing your story, voicing your opinion, having really honest conversations, and going beneath the surface with this Hermit card right here, not doing anything superficial or surface level. For those of you in this pile that want to, let's say, like start a blog or a podcast or write a book or publish your work or create music, express yourself in a way where you have to put your work out there, you will find 2025 supports you in those endeavors. This is the year to put stuff out there, pile 3. Do not sleep on your own talents. And I know we don't have the most exciting cards here, like the Sun or the King of Wands or Chariot, for example, but the message here from the universe to you is to share your story with Hermit and the Lovers. Hermit is someone who leaves his life of comfort behind because he is searching for deeper meaning that he knows cannot be found in the world. So he makes the necessary sacrifice to connect to purpose by leaving a life of comfort behind. And the reason that he's depicted as an elder, or one of the reasons why, is to represent his vast knowledge that he has collected over his lifetime. So you guys in this pile, you have a story, and with it came experience that the universe is encouraging you to use to your benefit. Just like all he has is this lantern lighting the way for him, that is you guys' history or past that has paved a way for you. It is lighting a way for you, whatever it is that you guys have been through or gone through. So in other words, the stuff that you have gone through, it has not been in vain, but it can help enlighten others as well as yourself in 2025. Lovers in reverse, a lot of you may think that no one gets you or can understand you or relate to you. You may feel super different, or like what you have gone through was such a unique experience. It's made you guys similar to the Hermit, where you isolate or have become reclusive. And he is the recluse actually in tarot. He's called the Hermit, just like a crab that stays in like his little shell. So it's like he's abandoned civilization to go live or stay in the mountains, and he chooses to be alone. Then we have the Lovers in reverse, which is the card of connection. It will represent a counterpart showing up in reverse. So in one way, this card in reverse is saying you guys have possibly rejected getting involved in deep, meaningful connections. They may have scared you off in the past. So this 2025, you guys will become pretty difficult to reach. You may sort of like go no contact with a few people in your life. You may distance yourself from some people, especially the connections that feel superficial and shallow, like we talked about a little bit earlier. The lack of depth is really draining for you guys, but also some of you have like woke up to the idea that, oh my God, my surroundings, including some of the people in my life, are holding me back, or they're keeping me from certain experiences, or they're creating blocks in my life, making it way more difficult to change, or to stick to some sort of goal, or to see some sort of vision through. Somehow certain connections in your life may have been keeping you guys from really embracing your purpose or your truth or what you want to do with your life. And they may have even kept some of you guys from elevating in life, because everything is energy. Some people, even though they may mean well, they can still block certain blessings because your journeys are misaligned, or your vibrations are so polarizing that being in each other's life, it can create some tension, which can lead to blockages or more difficulties at like obtaining those blessings or bringing them into your life, because sometimes the universe says, we want to protect you. We want to protect your blessings. So whatever may be around us at the time, our blessings may almost be like put on ice for a minute, where it's like, listen, we're going to protect this from you. We're not going to put this in your life just yet, because maybe there's something or someone around you that could potentially like sour these blessings in a way, or, make these blessings almost feel heavy, or like baggage, or like karma, or like a curse, for lack of a better word, because everything is energy, right? Which means everything contributes to the reality that we are living. Try being around people with scarcity mindset while you try to change your financial reality, and watch how friction develops around your money or your career. When you step away from these types of energies or these types of influences or people, you might see things free up where your prayers are answered more easily. It's not that they're not being answered. It's not that they're being rejected by the universe. It's just that, again, there could be other outlining factors that are making our manifestations a little bit more difficult to come through sometimes. And so it's like, once you distance yourself from that, you might experience breakthrough after breakthrough, especially with you guys having the justice show up in reverse for your spread right here. Justice it talks about karma. It talks about being the judge. It talks about, in other words, getting what we deserve. So when it's in reverse, it can sort of feel like we are being dealt a bad hand, or like we're dealing with a lot of misfortune, or like certain things are working against us and like we don't deserve it, in other words. So with justice in reverse and lovers in reverse and the hermit upright, and even the Ace of Cups, this kind of tells me that you guys are like becoming aware, or you have become aware of the fact that this job is in my way, or this relationship is in my way, or this lifestyle is in my way. There's something around me that is in my way that is directly influencing what my life looks like. And I did not ask for this. I did not consent for this. This is not something that is of my own doing, pretty much. And you guys waking up to that, it may cause you to, kind of respond in a very hermit manner, where it's like, I just need to get away from everything or everyone for a minute, just to kind of get my mind right, to get focused on what I want, to maybe clean my life up or figure out what is going on. And so it's like, we have to scan our environment very regularly to make sure the conditions are suitable enough or aligned to what we are trying to bring in. And that's exactly what the hermit does. Like being in shape, you're not going to spend hours in the gym every day just to come home and eat like shit, right? It's counterproductive. And sometimes we surround ourselves with people or situations or energies and choices that directly oppose what we claim to want. And so when we really want something, we make those necessary sacrifices to get there with the hermit. And you guys see that very clearly in 2025, to the point that you make some changes in terms of your environment. Not just relationships and people with the lovers in reverse right here, but you guys make some pretty drastic changes. The more extreme the change, the more extreme the results. And so you guys, even with the hermit card right here, you guys may be moving in 2025 to a place where you don't know anyone. Maybe you guys take on a new job where you don't know anyone. It almost may feel as though like you're starting over in a way with this hermit card right here in 2025. But again, it's going to be you guys' own choosing. It's not like something happens to you where you're sort of forced into like some sort of unknown territory. Like this is you guys saying like, no, I need to make a drastic change somewhere. I really don't know what I'm doing. I really don't know how to execute this. It's like, it's like, this is like somebody saying like, I want to be healthier. And maybe they didn't grow up being healthy. Maybe they didn't grow up in a family that prioritized health. So they don't necessarily know what to do or what changes they need to make, but they just start somewhere. It's like they just start with the basics. And that's really what the hermit is also about as well. It's about really simplifying your life so you can more clearly see what is truly important, what truly has meaning. And, that's why he doesn't need a lot of light. All he has is this little lantern, because it's like, it's really easy. Once we stop and get present and get mindful, it's really easy to point out exactly what has meaning in our life and what doesn't. So you guys are definitely leaving something behind or someone behind that may make you feel codependent or keeps you from connecting to more meaning, or maybe they keep you from reaching your goals with this lovers in reverse and this justice in reverse right here. You guys are done. For those of you that felt like you've maybe self-sabotaged by staying in relationships or keeping people in your life that you knew shouldn't be there with justice in reverse as well, because you guys have been the ones to suffer the consequences by not being where you want to be in life just yet. And you're refusing to do that in 2025. Some of you may feel as though you wasted a lot of time that you can't necessarily get back with justice in reverse and the Ace of Cups right here. And that may be a really big motivation or thing for you next year to do the things that you kept yourself from doing. So there's just a lot of accountability in your spread here. Like I said, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is your underneath the deck, pretty much like the energy or the thing. This is pretty much like the energy, This is pretty much like the motives that you're least aware of that are kind of pushing you to make certain decisions and take action in certain ways. So with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this is saying that you guys are not really aware, or you're not really focused on. Nine of Pentacles in reverse, it talks about a feeling of self-worth, because upright, she feels like $1,000,000. She looks like $1,000,000. She knows she's surrounded by abundance and she's surrounded by wealth and luxury. In reverse, this can talk about somebody that feels the opposite of that. They feel like they are not surrounded by things that are worth a lot, or they feel like they are surrounded by scarcity, or they feel like they are not truly embracing their potential and living up to their own vision. So for you guys with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, this can talk about you guys being motivated by maybe your feelings of self-worth or your self-esteem, and maybe how low you feel in certain situations. Maybe you don't feel very good about yourself when you are practicing a certain lifestyle, or when you are engaging in certain relationships. Maybe you don't feel very good about yourself. Maybe you guys have dealt with feelings of like not liking yourself, or not loving yourself. We have the Ace of Cups, which can talk largely about self-love. So for you guys, a lot of what is motivating you that you won't necessarily realize, it's like a subconscious motivation, is you wanting to feel better about yourself with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse right here over 2025. And that's going to be a really huge subconscious theme for you guys, is like, how does this make me feel? Does this make me feel good? Does this give me life? Does this pour into me? Does this make me feel like $1,000,000? I want to wake up feeling like a queen, a king, or whatever. So it's like, does this give this to me? When I wake up in the morning, when I'm in this relationship, when I'm around this person, when I'm in this environment, when I'm working this job, how does this make me feel? You guys are very sensitive to that in 2025. So yeah, it's definitely going to feel like a year of self-love for you guys, because you guys really take the lead here. Again, like I said, there's a lot of accountability in your spread. And so it's going to feel like a year of self-love, where you guys really start looking out for you and taking care of you by finally listening to yourself and finally listening to those feelings of self-worth, and not really like ignoring it, or not really like ignoring maybe any sort of insecurities that you've left unchecked in the past. Also, if you feel like you've been unlucky in love, you guys need to be really careful about how you talk about love, or maybe saying things like all men are like this, or all women are like that, or all human beings in general. Be careful about what you say about love and partnerships and friendships. If you say to yourself, I want to take a year off from dating and focus on my career or my health or my education or myself or whatever, you will actually manifest that opportunity where you kind of stop love from coming in. So there's a partner outside you guys' energy, sort of like on standby a little bit, whether you're in a relationship or not. So like, how could your partner be on standby if you're actually in a relationship? This would be more so like opportunities manifesting for you guys in 2025, where you get to focus on things outside of your relationship. And so your partner or your relationship, it could end up feeling like a little bit left behind if that's the case. So be really careful about that. If you guys are especially in a relationship and you keep thinking to yourself, oh, this relationship is like a ball and chain. It's just an anchor. It's holding me back. It is keeping me stagnant. It's keeping me stuck in life. If you guys keep sort of saying things like that, not even out loud, but like in your head, eventually you guys in 2025, you'll notice that you sort of get further and further away from your connection, in the sense where it's like you become more invested or more involved or more focused on maybe your career or your health or your friends or your family or something else. And if you're single, you may notice that talking about relationships or partnerships or people or connections or friendships, even in a certain way, if you're talking about it in a more so like negative way, that you'll sort of keep those connections from forming, or they could just stay feeling very superficial and very casual. So again, just pay attention to that. So yeah, there's a partner, like I was saying, outside you guys' energy. For those of you that may be single and interested in love, there's a partner outside of your energy, but the universe is not going to interrupt your plans if you feel like you need time to yourself, or time to heal, or time to casually date, or time for your career. Again, be mindful about how you speak about love, because love is listening to you. Okay. So let's start grabbing some oracle cards. Let's see what we get here for you guys. We have here adventure. Yeah, it says you make exciting work moves that could take you outdoors or on a trip. You will need to climb steadily to reach your financial goals. Yeah, so adventure is sort of like what we were talking about a little bit with your hermit over here, where some of you guys, you may feel called, or you may actually have plans to move away in 2025, away from everyone you know, away from your community. Maybe you're moving out of your hometown. Maybe you guys are taking a job that's completely different, and you're not going to know anyone. It's almost like you guys are starting over somewhere, like I mentioned with your hermit card. And so that's what sort of like adventure is talking about. And look what's really interesting. He's like sort of sitting on this rock by himself. It almost looks like a mountain. That's exactly what we talked about with the hermit. He retreats to the mountains by himself to get away from everyone, to get away from distractions. And that's the adventure for a lot of you in this pile. So it's crazy that it's coming up again. And underneath the deck here, we have honest work. It's okay to have a job that's not very glamorous. Get some experience to help you move up in the future. Success is a process, not a quick fix. That's exactly what we talked about with Jupiter and Gemini, that it's all about you guys developing this experience. So for you guys are definitely gaining a lot of experience when it comes to your professional career. And that will help you move up in the future. Like I said, you guys' experience is lighting the way for you. It's lighting a path for you. And it's also helping you guys to move up, to elevate in the future. So success is a process, not a quick fix. It's not a quick fix. Like we talked about with your Nine of Pentacles in reverse. A lot of those subconscious motivations in 2025 are going to stem from your self-esteem or your feelings of self-worth. Okay. And so, yeah, this may be what is also motivating you guys. Is just like you want to do something that maybe you want to work somewhere where it doesn't weigh on you morally. So you guys that may be what, yeah. And then we also have the Justice card here in reverse. Justice definitely talks about morals, your moral compass, principles, stuff like that. Interesting. So you guys may be looking into changing your lifestyle or your life in a way where you just feel like you're doing the right thing. Okay, so something, you guys may want to live more wholesome somewhere, maybe with work, maybe with some part of your life. Okay. And then we also have prickly situation, investment, and then locked. Investment says invest in your education. Yeah, like I said, some of you guys, you may be going back to school. Invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Okay. Then we also have here prickly situation. It says you need both tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. The struggle is worth the prize. Work around the issue and use a gentle touch. So you need diplomacy and tact to reach your goals. This is that Justice in reverse, Lovers in reverse right here. So you guys may definitely be getting away from, you're definitely going to be distancing yourself from situations that feel prickly. They feel thorny. It feels like every time I make a move, I get stung, I get stuck. Something happens where it affects me, it bothers me, it hurts me. So yeah, for you guys, this could have to do with your goals or with your job or your money. But it says you need both tact and diplomacy to reach your goals. This is saying that you guys need to be diplomatic when it comes to reaching your goals. So don't go at them aggressively. Don't step on people's toes. Again, like honest work sort of talked about, this is about following your moral compass. When it comes to work and career for you guys, don't be so competitive that it's like you have trouble sleeping at night. It's like you might reach your goals, but can you sleep at night? Because that is a luxury, to be able to sleep at night peacefully, where you're not up thinking about this person that you screwed over or that person that you screwed over. Like it's a blessing to be able to sleep peacefully at night. So yeah, that's another thing for you guys as well when it comes to finances and career. And then underneath the deck here, we have locked. Work you want may not be in reach now. You can take a temp position while awaiting an opening. Your new place offers job security. Okay, so right now, a lot of you guys, you may be in between work or in between careers. And this may be why the prickly situation card came out for you. Just to tell you, like, don't be willing to do anything just to get out of some sort of a prickly situation. Okay, so definitely make sure that you're being diplomatic. Make sure that you're being, very like aware of the moves that you're making, and being like conscious of them. Okay, so just stay intentional. In other words, be intentional about what you're doing. Let's see what cosmic themes may pop up for you guys in 2025. Okay, so we have Black Moon Lilith mystery, and underneath the deck here we have Saturn return age. Some of you guys, you may be going through your Saturn return in 2025. It may begin in 2025, and you'll know if you're going through your Saturn return, because basically that's exactly what it means. It's like Saturn, it transits the same spot that it was in at the moment that you were born. You'll know if you're going through one, if you're around 30 years old, 60 years old, 90 years old, okay? But we have Saturn return here, age. And Saturn returns, they are kind of notorious in astrology because they talk about Saturn is the planet of discipline, challenges, fears, and karma. So for you guys, Saturn return could just be talking about make sure that you are building the type of karma that you want to build. Okay. So make sure that you're doing things that are going to keep you in good karmic standing. But also with Saturn return age, this is sort of also talking about that experience, you guys developing experience, you guys really maturing in some area of your life. Saturn also rules structure, it rules commitment, it rules time and longevity. It's also a planet that is extremely ambitious and is all about sacrifices, being willing to make sacrifices, just like the Hermit here, in order to reach the pinnacle of whatever you're trying to get to. So Saturn is going to be a major theme for you guys in 2025, where you are, again, you're getting focused, you're getting disciplined, you're making sacrifices, you're doing whatever it is that you need to do to get to where you're trying to go or to achieve something. And you're not going to allow yourself to be held back. You guys are not going to be making a lot of excuses for yourself. You also may notice that you're a little bit more strict in your life when it comes to the people and things that are in your life. You may become almost a little bit cold to some people or situations in your life where maybe you guys just fall off the map. You might just sort of disappear from certain people's lives. And they're like, man, I haven't heard from so-and-so in a long time. And it's because you guys may sort of like realize like, I need to really cut down on any sort of distractions or just anything that's not in alignment with what you're trying to do. And then Black Moon Lilith mystery. This is a really strange body in astrology, because Black Moon Lilith, it actually talks about a point on the moon's orbit where she is furthest away from planet Earth. And moon is like the mother. She basically, because moon only revolves around Earth, that's the only thing that she's concerned with. So just like a mom, she sort of like revolves around her kids. She is completely consumed by her parenting and by her kids until they are of age and they're self-sufficient, right? That's usually what a mom does. So when it comes to Black Moon Lilith, this talks about when moon, the mother, is furthest away from planet Earth. And it's kind of like when your parents are like, okay, we're going to go on a trip for the weekend, and you'll be in the house by yourself. Don't do anything crazy. Don't throw any parties. And it's sort of like, what do you do with that freedom? What do you do? What do you do when you don't have that governing body or that authority breathing down your neck and watching your every move? What do you do with that freedom? So again, this idea of like morals is coming back around for you guys. Like when nobody's looking, are you going to hold the same morals and act with the same principles and keep those things in mind? Like, or are you going to use this as an opportunity to finally do what you want to do? So it can kind of talk about that, but it can also, astrology is very complex. It hardly ever just talks about one thing. So Black Moon Lilith can also talk about feeling like we are far away from our comfort zone, because moon, the mother, is our comfort in astrology. And when she's furthest away from Earth, it can feel as though we are furthest away from the thing that brings us comfort, or like we're far away from the things that the moon rules, which is our intuition, instincts, our emotions. So this can also talk about a little bit of dissociation, feeling dissociated from your emotions, or like you are not listening to your gut instincts, or like you can't hear your intuition, or like you're not, connected to something deeper, like spiritually. Like we sort of talked about with the Hermit, he goes looking for something deeper and for more meaning. So Black Moon Lilith will be a theme in you guys' 2025, where it's like, where you guys are maybe trying to reconnect with something that feels maybe more spiritual, deeper, more intimate, more connected. Maybe you guys feel, a little bit more safe where you're at, or secure where you're at. And also, again, like I talked about, this could also be confirmation of you guys moving away from your comfort zone, maybe moving away from your hometown, moving away from everything and everyone that you know, and having to be really independent and figure things out for yourself. So, because again, like I said, Moon is furthest away from planet Earth on when she hits the part of her orbit that is Black Moon Lilith. This could also talk about you guys like gaining a sense of independence, but maybe struggling with a little bit, because maybe it's like, maybe it feels so uncomfortable. It feels really unfamiliar. Maybe you guys feel like you don't know necessarily what to do or how to handle all this newfound freedom. It's like you finally get what you want, but it's like, but that freedom comes at a cost at the same time, because it's also who Lilith is in astrology. Like she is somebody that was, as legend goes, she was banished from the Garden of Eden because she didn't want to be subservient to her husband, Adam. So she was the first wife of Adam before Eve, according to some legends. So God gave her a choice, like either submit to your husband or you can leave Eden and go figure it out in the wilderness. In the wilderness, it equates to the unknown, just like the Hermit card right here. You can go live up in the mountains and figure it out for yourself. You are getting away from a life of comfort. That is going to be a main theme for you guys in 2025. Let's see what other themes we get for you guys in 2025. Okay, we have here failure and then friendship slid out. Friendship says, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. And we do have the Lovers in reverse right here. So for you guys, friendship is going to be another theme for you as well in 2025. Maybe this is you guys making new friends or developing deeper connections with the friends that are currently in your life. But this idea of friendship, connection, intimacy, even trust may be really at work in 2025. Again, like we talked about earlier, you guys may be feeling like you need to distance yourself from certain people in your life. And I did kind of mention that when we were looking at you guys' tarot cards, like people can mean well and still be like a bad influence in a way in our lives, where it's like they don't realize that they're getting in the way of certain things because maybe we're trying to evolve, maybe we're trying to change. And at the moment when we're sort of like in that period of transition or transformation, that may not be the energy that we need in our life at that moment, right? So for you guys, this idea of friendship is going to be a big theme for you. So this could be talking about making new friends, distancing yourself from old friends, or developing deeper connections with the friends that are currently in your life. It could even talk about maybe like a lover that you end up meeting, or some sort of like a love relationship, romantic relationship that develops from a friendship, because we do have Lovers in reverse right here. And then underneath the deck here, we have failure. This is totally that Nine of Pentacles in reverse and Justice in reverse right here. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. Again, so this is also confirmation of Saturn return age, because Saturn, he teaches us things and he matures us by using consequences and by using lessons and the harshness of those lessons. That's how he teaches us, is by like, he whips us into shape. So basically like he allows life to sort of like take a bite out of us. And he's like, that didn't feel good, right? And it's like, no, it didn't. And you know how they say like pain is a very powerful teacher. So basically for you guys, failure is going to be an opportunity for you guys to learn something. So there could be you guys trying to make a lot of course corrections in 2025. So that could be a big theme for you, is you guys either like realizing like, I need to make some changes here, some really big changes, because where I'm at in my life right now, I don't like it, or I feel like a failure. Like we talked about your Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is sort of feeling like having low self-esteem or struggling with insecurities, or just not feeling like you're $1,000,000 the way that she feels like $1,000,000 when she is upright in the Nine of Pentacles. So for you guys, this is like really addressing any sort of feelings of failure, or wherever it is that you feel like you have failed in life or are a failure, especially with this Ace of Cups right here. And this is the universe and your guides and angels really trying to lead you back to a place where you love yourself and you accept yourself despite whatever may have happened in your life or in your past or in the present moment that feels like a failure. Okay, so again, with that idea of like experience really teaching you guys and coming through in 2025. And then also, I forgot to shuffle one of these to see what you guys' money and career is going to look like in 2025. Okay, we have here prudence. Don't let the balance of your credit cards get too high. Put something aside for a rainy day. Stay within budget and start living within your means. And then we have here change underneath the deck. There's a change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. Just because you don't see any movement, it doesn't mean nothing is happening. Sometimes to see change, you must be the change. Okay, so for you guys, you may be living right now. You may be sort of like living a little, what's the word? What is that word? Frugally. You may be really restricting yourself from how much you're spending right now. You may be like counting every single dollar that you spend. You may be really strict about your finances with this prudence card right here. So financially, you guys may feel like you are in a place that you are not proud of at all. 9 of Pentacles in reverse and the failure card right here. And even with this locked card right here. Locked, it did talk about being in between jobs. So for those of you that are kind of in between jobs, or maybe you're moving into 2025 with like a shaky outlook on your finances or career, just know that things are about to change. Okay. They're about to change from this prudence locked sort of space where it's like, I only have money to spend on the bills and on the essentials and nothing else. There's about to be a really big change with that, because you guys are about to move into because you guys are about to maybe experience a career change, something along those lines, or a financial change. Okay. But like it says, sometimes to see change, you must be the change. And this is you guys, like I said, there's a lot of accountability in your spread here. This is you guys taking accountability and saying, even if you feel like you failed somewhere when it comes to your finances or career, this is you guys really taking accountability and saying like, I made certain choices that led me to this place. Now I'm going to make certain choices that's going to lead me out of this place. So you guys are really taking accountability and making certain changes in your life, the sort of changes that you want to see. And that's what you really end up manifesting, is a huge change with your finances and career. Okay. Like it says, there's a change for the better coming your way. Embrace it. And that also may be why you guys pulled the Black Moon Lilith card. You're just feeling maybe like a little unsettled or a little uncomfortable, or just like, I'm not used to maybe not having a career. I'm not used to only living off my savings, or not having a lot of money, or, you know, whatever it is. You guys may feel like you're not bringing a lot to the table right now. Let's see any sort of themes playing out in you guys' romantic life. Hold on. This is 3 cards: past life, relationship, passion, and calling in your soulmate. I'm gonna keep shuffling. If any of those cards were meant for you, they will come back out again, but I like to try to focus my energy on one card. So let's see. Okay, we have religious factors came out for you, and then underneath the deck we have it is safe for you to love. Religious factor says your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. Again, you guys pulled the Hermit right here. So this is you guys definitely like just having a come to Jesus moment with your romantic life, your love life. Like I said, this is for a lot of you. This is for a lot of you guys waking up and realizing, or looking at it as like, my relationship is holding me back, or I've been codependent here and I really need to break out of this. I really want to break out of that. But with religious factors, this could even be talking about you guys as partner or your potential future partner, where maybe their belief systems, or maybe the religion that they practice, maybe you guys don't agree with it, or maybe you guys are really aligned in that way. Or this could be something that you guys set intention for, where it's like, I want to partner up with someone where we share very similar beliefs when it comes to spirituality or higher power, or, you know, religion. This could also be talking about you guys, for those of you that are single, maybe meeting somebody when you are maybe like in church, or when you are doing some sort of like a religious or maybe when you were at some sort of like religious event or something like that, you could meet someone that's a potential partner. For those of you already in a relationship, you and your partner, you may start to bond over religion or your spiritual beliefs, and getting a little bit more deep and beneath the surface by having conversations and talking about things like that. Yeah, we have it as safe for you to love underneath the deck. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Were you the pile where we talked about you guys maybe not having time for your relationship, or being careful about how you talk about relationships, how you talk about men, how you talk about women, how you talk about people in general? Yeah, it is safe for you guys to love. So some of you guys, your heart is still closed off maybe, And in 2025, you will notice a lot of themes and a lot of signs trying to tell you this relationship is good, or this person is good, or this is a safe, secure situation or person for you to open yourself up to. So you'll notice a lot of themes there. There could even be like a romantic person in your life that keeps trying to like break that ice wall around you and be like, let me in, like, let me get to know you, let me understand what you've gone through. So there may be somebody, I think I did even mention in the beginning of you guys' tarot reading here that you guys using more of your voice, talking about things more, getting a little bit more deep is going to help as well when it comes to your relationships. So yeah, there definitely could be somebody in your life or relationship in your life where it develops in a way where you have to have a lot of honest conversations or open up to them and realize that, like, if I don't open up, if I can't help it to open up, it's going to keep sort of blocking or keeping this connection from getting as deep as it could. Okay, so it is safe for you to love is going to be a common theme for you guys in your love life in 2025, as well as even religious factors. So there could even be, you guys may even, like, as a couple, maybe visit like a pastor, go to a church, or get prayer, or get into some sort of spiritual belief system or something like that. Let's pull a message from your angels to see what themes they see playing out for you guys in 2025. We have Goddess, and it says, express your divine feminine energy, embracing its magical intuition and nurturing qualities. So for your angels, a common theme for them, or something that they're going to be repeatedly kind of trying to remind you of, is the fact that you are a goddess, no matter how you identify. Basically, they're trying to connect you to your feminine energy. We all have feminine and masculine energy. And when it comes to feminine energy, it's more emotional, it's more subconscious, it's more like your moon lunar energy. So this is your angels really trying to soften you guys up. Just like it says with a prickly situation right here, work around the issue and use a gentle touch. So you guys as angels is trying to remind you to be softer somewhere, to be more open, to be more vulnerable somewhere. Okay, so this could be like in your relationships, or maybe with work, or maybe in your own personal life somewhere. And then we have underneath the deck, you are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings and loving service to the divine. This is totally this Hermit card right here. So definitely your angels are also going to be really speaking to you guys when it comes to your sense of connection. Do you feel connected to your purpose? Do you feel connected to spirit? Do you feel connected to your own life? Just like we talked about with your Hermit card right here. How connected are you guys feeling? Or are you guys feeling like a little dissociated, like sort of like what we talked about with your Black Moon Lilith? And then a final message for you guys. Okay, that jumped out. We have Return underneath the deck. This card right here, there's a few cards under it, but the one that wanted to be seen is the one that fell upright. And it is Siren. But underneath Siren, we have Dogma and Dark Matter. So I'm going to read Siren out of the book. So Siren upright talks about temptation in relationship, tension with those close to us. I even talked about tension when we were just looking at you guys' tarot cards, and about how sometimes people can mean well, but when we are on a different frequency, it can create tension in our life, and that tension can manifest as blockages. So really interesting that says tension in relationships. Tension with those close to us. Oh, and you guys, it fell out reversed, I believe, as well. And the reversal meaning says retreating to old relationship dynamics. Oh, this could be why you guys have the Lovers in reverse right here. And like what we talked about in the beginning of your tarot reading, you guys like using the power of your voice and your words to really break through certain things, break through certain barriers, or using your voice to bring in better luck. So Siren says, as we keep pulling back the layers, we will begin to change on an energetic level. Other people may not even be able to put a finger on it, but they can feel it. They often will begin to respond to you differently as well. This is totally that Hermit and Lovers in reverse card right here. It says sometimes this is different in a good way, and other times the shifts they sense make them feel uncomfortable. They may try to make us feel bad or guilty. They may project their triggers on us, or they may try to rope you back into old ways of being. It can be very hard for people to witness someone making changes in their lives. That's exactly what we talked about with your Hermit right here. This is you guys like like I mentioned that to you guys, people may sort of feel like you are changing or like you're a little cold and like you just drop off the face of the earth because you are trying to make certain changes in your life. And you may start to see people or awaken to the fact that it's like, you're different, you're on a different path from me, and I need to stay away from that right now. Really interesting. It says siren is the call. They may also subconsciously perceive you choosing to change something as an attack on them. They may think that you are telling them they need to change too. Siren is the call from the people in our lives who are fearful of the changes that they sense. In a bid for reconnection, they may try a variety of ways to get the response that they are seeking from you. This can be a difficult place for us to be in. Not only do we have to tend to our own work, but we may feel backed into a corner by those who do not do their own. They may ask us questions and try to understand, but it's not often something that can be explained to those who are attached to limitation. This can put us in a difficult position, and they may end up blaming us or believe us to be the problem. Wow. Siren is a reminder to not get caught up in the situation at hand. Keep focused on yourself and do not feel like you need to explain anything to those around you. Of course, use discretion. If they have proven that they can listen and respond in a way that creates safety in your relationship, consider them someone you can be honest with. Otherwise, do your best to navigate the changes and do not engage in old patterns. You can express your love to those around you who may be struggling without putting yourself in a position that will be difficult to navigate. The reversal meaning here says, this card finds you when you have answered the call of the siren. In other words, there are people in your life who have attempted to reel you back into a place that is comfortable for them, even to your detriment. This doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. There's no such thing, but it does mean be mindful of what you are engaging with. You can have a relationship with people while also staying true to your growth. So true. It's a siren reverse asks you to examine the ways that you are engaging with old dynamics in your relationships and see what you can do to shift that. That's going to be a major thing for you guys when it comes to relationships, for sure. It's just how your beliefs and how you're changing, how your beliefs are changing, how your mind is changing, how your moral compass, as we talked about earlier, is changing. Your principles may be changing. And it may be difficult for other people that have been in your life or that have known you to accept those changes, but keep going with that. But that could be a major thing for you guys, pile 3, right? Yeah, pile 3. But anyways, you guys, this is all that I'm saying for you. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self and amazing spirit for these messages. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye. All right, pile 4, welcome to your reading. So we're going to be starting off your tarot cards. Then I'm going to be pulling some additional oracle cards to check out what 2025 will look like for you guys. So we're going to be looking into the common themes that you guys may see pop up here and there throughout 2025. So this is just pretty much a general overview of what your year to come could look like. So getting started with your tarot cards, we have here the Two of Cups. Then the Ten of Cups. Then the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Knight of Wands in reverse. And for your underneath the deck energy, we have the Seven of Pentacles. So basically this is like the subconscious themes sort of like playing out in 2025. So these are like the motives that you're least aware of that keep sort of like influencing you throughout 2025 is the Seven of Pentacles. So, you guys definitely have fertile energy all around you. Okay. Jumping from the Two of Cups to Ten of Cups, this talks about multiplying. And that's the reason why I laughed a little bit when I saw the Two of Cups and then the Ten of Cups. This is the year that many of you meet your soulmate or get pregnant or expand your family or adopt or get a pet or meet a lifelong friend, reconnect with family. Again, this is the year of expansion for you. This is the year of we're multiplying, we are growing, we are building, we are connecting. There is a lot of growth here. For those of you that may be trying to start a family or get pregnant, you could end up pregnant with twins. Going from the Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups here, this could be like multiples that you end up pregnant with, or you could get pregnant very soon after giving birth, or this could be happening to someone in your life. Okay. I know not all of us want kids, but listen, I got to tell y'all what I'm saying, what I'm feeling, what I'm getting. Two of Cups to Ten of Cups is straight up. You got fertile energy. You could get pregnant. I've been doing this long enough. When I see cards like this is like, oh, somebody's womb is popping. Okay. So somebody could totally get pregnant, or someone around you could be getting pregnant. And again, like I said, this could also mean too, this doesn't just have to mean kids, but to go from the Two of Cups where we see them get married, and then to the Ten of Cups where we see two little kids playing around. Like, I mean, yeah. But this could also mean as well that you adopt. This could mean that you get a new pet. This could mean that you guys meet the love of your life, and that it's like they bring their friends and family into your life. And so it's like, again, we're multiplying. It was just me. Now it's my partner and their friends and family and loved ones and my loved ones. And we're just growing everywhere around us. We are growing. We're popping up everywhere. Loved ones as well. Like I said, like your relatives or friends may also expand their family. Some of you may end up getting pregnant around the same time that a friend or a family member does as well in 2025. If so, if that does happen, just know that your baby souls planned it like that on purpose. I had my son, my very first baby, earlier this year in March, and it's crazy because I got pregnant in 2023. And before I got pregnant, I had so many signs everywhere, but I completely ignored it. I was nonstop meeting ancestors in my dreams. I had never dreamt of them before. They were introducing themselves to me in my dreams. Other people came to me in person telling me that there was a child in my energy. My partner, who never dreams, or at least he never remembers his dreams, he was having dreams of his ancestors. I had Jupiter transiting my 4th house, where my natal sun is. The 10 of Cups kept popping up in my personal readings, and I still did not clock any of that tea for myself. I completely ignored it. It was just like having kids was just so far from my mind. It just never popped up for me like that. I see that happening for a lot of you, where things develop really fast or out of nowhere, where it's like, oh my God, like that's what was going on this whole time. Like that's what the universe had planned for me this whole time. So you guys may get engaged really quickly, in other words, or maybe buy a home really quickly. You guys may be like, I'm just going to go look at a few houses, just see what's out there. And you end up seeing a place that is so perfect that it's like by the end of the tour, you're putting an offer in, or out of nowhere, like 3 of your friends may end up moving or getting their career started or meeting someone special or getting pregnant or getting engaged. Again, there's this energy of multiplying all around you. This is either happening to you or to the people in your life. And like I said, for some of you, this is happening simultaneously to people that you know and you yourself in your own life. So you might experience an engagement, for instance, around the same time that a family member does. So there's like a lot of shared experiences here. And this doesn't only have to deal with pregnancy. Like I said, this could be, for example, you guys do like 23andMe and you find out you have relatives that you've never met. You guys may go to like a family reunion for the first time ever, or for the first time in years, with the 10 of Cups right here, and end up meeting all these new family members. Because 2 of Cups, it talks about discovery, and 10 of Cups, it talks about expansion and celebrating that growth. And I know for certain there's something so beautiful in 2025 waiting for you guys that makes your heart expand like crazy, like you've never experienced before. This is the type of love and joy and peace that you've never felt before, at least not like this. Also, this rainbow is standing out for me in this 10 of Cups right here. And I keep hearing your rainbow child. Okay. So some of you will have your rainbow baby in 2025. If you're not familiar with that terminology, look into it. Trigger warning though, because it does talk about pregnancy after experiencing loss. I don't want to go too deeply into it because I don't want to trigger anyone. And yeah, 8 of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you guys, you will take off for an extended period of time, maybe to travel or have a honeymoon or visit family. This could be maternity or paternity leave. Also 2025, it may look like some of you trying out some different jobs or careers. You may even internship at some point or do some work for free or for a discounted price with the 8 of Pentacles in reverse right here, because 8 of Pentacles talks about producing a lot of it talks about producing a lot of work and being very efficient. In reverse, this can talk about not getting paid for your efforts. So you guys may leave any sort of work that's not paying you your worth, or you guys may end up leaving a job because it's not enough money for the way that you guys are multiplying in your life. It's not enough money for, like, let's say you meet the love of your life and you guys decide to maybe get engaged and buy a home. And it's like, okay, I need a higher paying job because, we plan on buying a home, or we plan on doing this in the next couple of years. This can also talk about somebody leaving a job that pays less or not at all for some other benefit. Like I'm going to take less pay in order to get the experience, or in order to get my foot in the door, or just to try out a job and see how I like it. But you may be in the experimental phase with work in 2025. Also, too, you guys may pay off a very big bill in 2025 with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, because this typically talks about the work that we're doing, but Pentacles also talks about money, and the Eight of Pentacles could talk about money flowing out. So in reverse, money flowing out and having to work to keep up with how much money is being spent. So in reverse, and sitting next to the Knight of Wands in reverse, you may see a halt in terms of money being spent or being paid out, which tells me that this could be some sort of bill that gets paid off, or you are paying out less money. So this could manifest in a way where maybe you get a roommate or you move in with family and are able to stop spending as much or save a lot of money. You guys have the Seven of Pentacles underneath the deck as well, which can talk about stacking or sitting on a lot of money, like a savings. So again, that's going to be a subconscious motivation for you guys, is putting your money away, saving your money, stacking it up. So Seven of Pentacles could be talking about repairing your finances or your credit history. That may be a really big motivation for you guys in 2025. It'll definitely at some point be a focus for you. For those of you that will begin your Saturn return in 2025, do not be worried about it. You guys will come out of 2025 ready to settle down, or actually having settled down and getting more stable in several areas of your life, from your professional life to your domestic life. If you have felt like your priorities are all over the place, you will feel like they are in order at the end of 2025. The Knight of Wands in reverse is also saying there may have been erratic themes in your life, maybe people, situations, experiences that speed into your life and then they speed out, only being like a seasonal sort of experience or thing. Knight of Wands in reverse, it almost always tells me in a reading to prepare for longevity, stability, and intentionality. This in reverse is someone or something not being driven by passion and desire and the chase, but they are motivated to build and create a foundation, something that has reasonable pacing. So for this to show up in your reading in reverse, this is referring to the parts of your life that felt like things were moving too quick, or they felt compulsive, or like it was in and out, off and on, hot and heavy, but not a lot of security. You guys may end up in 2025 preferring security and longevity over excitement and spontaneity. And that may be a really big shift for some of you. Also, to the idea of becoming more of a family person too, that's kind of coming in as well with the Knight of Wands right here in reverse. Or just again, like this idea of like settling down and not being into the chase anymore, because Knights can refer to transportation methods. Knight of Wands would be like driving a convertible or a Mustang muscle type of like fast car. In reverse, for those of you that own a car like that, or maybe want a car like that, you may find your tastes change to wanting something like an SUV or a family-friendly type of car, or a vehicle that has more room and space. And I have a really loud ringing in my right ear right now. But also with the Knight of Wands in reverse, this keeps alluding to like a roller coaster ride with it being in reverse. So for those of you sort of like what I mentioned earlier, there may have been like an on and off situation. You guys break away from that, or you stop allowing that situation to play in your face. And this would be a really tense situation finally starting to cool off. So this could talk about some of you being on and off with a friend in your life, or arguing back and forth with a family member, or dealing with something really competitive at work. Maybe this is you guys not having your nervous system triggered or on go at all times anymore. You guys may find as well that like your partner, maybe they end up with some sort of promotion or making a lot of money, or maybe you meet somebody that has enough money where they tell you like, oh, you don't have to work anymore. Like it would be easier maybe if you stayed home and took care of the kids, or it would be easier if you stayed home and took care of the kids for now, or it would be easier if you weren't working so we could move to this other, country for like a year or something like that, with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So this could be somebody coming into your life and being like, financially, babe, don't worry about it, I got it. This could be, like I said, it could even be something like a roommate coming into your life, and you guys can let go of that second job because now you've got like this other person that's helping you out with the rent. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse is like, I don't have to work as hard. It's not necessarily about if the Eight of Pentacles enjoys working that hard. It's about like maintenance. Like, are you able to maintain this sort of work ethic or this sort of drive or this sort of production or this sort of speed. You know, he's working a lot. And so with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, this is like something or someone coming into your life. This could even be a job coming into your life where it's like, oh my God, I don't have to work as hard anymore. I can let go of this other job because now I've got this job. It's like there's relief coming in professionally and financially for you guys. However it is that manifests, it will be different for each of you. Knight of Wands in reverse, you guys will not be running around like you were. You may have experienced like, you know, getting off from this job and only having a couple hours to yourself before you had to clock in somewhere else. This could have been some of you guys like maybe taking care of a family member and then having to go and work a 8, 9, 10 hour shift. Some of you have been saving to get out of a certain situation in your life. And that's why you've been working so hard. That's why you've been so busy. This Knight of Wands is talking about you guys not being as busy in 2025 and really being able to like relax and again, experience that relief financially and professionally. So let's start grabbing some cards. Let's see what we get. We have influence. It says, use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, or interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. So you guys may even get into influencing, and that may be how you're able to quit your job. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, some of you guys, you may be quitting your job. You may be retiring. You may just be like, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is like sitting back and kicking your feet up. And this isn't like losing a job because, again, you guys have the Seven of Pentacles underneath the deck for you here in your spread. So you guys are able to like not work as much and still either live off your savings or know that you're good because you got a savings, or you've got like, or maybe you have a steady income coming in. Maybe this is like passive income or something. I don't know. You guys figure something out. You could be getting into influencing, or if you already influence, like maybe on the side, like I said, a lot of you guys are very, very busy. So you're trying to make a lot of things happen at once. Maybe you guys may be getting into influencing to the point where you can do it full time. Okay. Or this could be public speaking, social videos, or interviews, stuff like that. But using your voice and your opinions is going to be really important. And then, and that could be also too, I didn't even think of that. But because of this influence card, that could be too, like I said, you guys have like multiplication energy in your energy, in your energetic field, right? Like we were talking about going from the Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups. This could even be saying that some of you even develop maybe like a social media presence, or you get maybe like a lot of followers online. Because like I said, it's like you're multiplying, like we're growing, going from the Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups, okay? And then we have here cultivation. You are in the growing phase right now, and you must continue to water the seeds that you have planted in order to reap the reward. Again, so you guys are cultivating something right now. You're cultivating in 2025. That's going to be a huge theme for you in 2025. And you guys will be influencing. Okay. That could be another huge, that's going to be another big theme for my pile fours. You guys, you might even get into influencing with a friend, a family member, maybe your partner. You guys may start influencing with them. And finding that you build a audience really quickly. Let's see. Let's grab. Okay, this is a couple of cards and they fell face down. This is a few cards and they fell face down. So I'm gonna keep shuffling. We have here also illumination and power position underneath the deck. Illumination says something hidden is coming to light now. You find out about new jobs, opportunities, and options. Someone lends you a helping hand. This is what I was saying with your Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like you don't have to work as hard or do something as much because maybe somebody comes in and helps you guys, or they take some sort of pressure off financially and professionally. And then we have your power position underneath the deck. It says you are being promoted or called to lead. Time to step into your sovereignty and guide others with compassion. This is that influence right here. Cultivation. You guys may be building some sort of an online brand. You may be building an online brand. Maybe you guys get an online store or shop opened up. But something about you guys is like presence or your voice or what you do. It's like people really enjoy your presence with this influence and power position and cultivation card coming out. And then illumination. It says you find out about new jobs, opportunities, and options. So yeah, this could be influencing, could be a huge opportunity, job opportunity that opens up for a lot of my pile fours. So if this is something, especially if this is something that you guys have wanted, then 2025 is like the year where it really happens to the point where you guys don't have to keep working at your own job, at your old job, with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, let's see what else we get. Finance and career themes. Some of you guys, for those of you that enjoy maybe like photography or film, maybe you're really good at like doing editorial work, like editing stuff. You may even be like behind the scenes, like maybe editing other influencers' videos, or doing some film work for them, or taking pictures for them. That could be something that you guys do as well. Oh, wow. That flew out. Okay, so we have here goals, and then we have mistakes. That was underneath the deck for you. It was in reverse, but we have mistakes as a past mistake left you financially insecure and unsure what to do. Your current financial situation was your own doing. Accept responsibility for it. Learn from your mistakes and let it go. You will get through it. Maybe that's what your Eight of Pentacles is talking about in reverse as well. There could have been some financial mistakes that you guys made from the past that maybe you're still trying to recoup from financially. But like Illumination says right here, there's a lot of job opportunities coming in and cultivation. You guys are building, you're growing something. So something is growing back. And that could be why the Seven of Pentacles, like I said, that is a subconscious motivation for you guys, is like, I need to get my savings. I need to build my savings. I need to stack my money. That could be why, because you guys are trying to, you're trying to recoup from some sort of financial maybe mistake that you made in the past. And then we have here goals. It says, don't let the world lead you. Take the steering wheel and take control of your life. This will be a good time to write down your goals and aspirations. Focus on creating and managing a budget. This is definitely that Seven of Pentacles right here. But with goals, this is going to be another theme for you guys in 2025, is you guys actually getting to, this is going to be a theme for you guys. Like, it's weird. It's like, I don't feel like you guys are like, have this goal in your mind financially or professionally where it's like, I need to get here, and you're super duper focused on it. It feels like something that you guys effortlessly like do or manifest, where your goals just end up happening. Now, that might not be the case for all of you. Maybe some of you in this pile are like super focused on making goals come to fruition. But like I said, for me, something about you guys' pile, it feels effortless. Like, you don't have to try so hard. Like, you don't have to break your back. You don't have, yeah, we got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, you don't have to, I don't know. For me, it feels like your goals just sort of like happen without you going too hard, and with you like being able to still like enjoy your life a little bit. So that's going to be some major themes for you guys, financially and professionally, is goals over here, hitting certain goals, and then mistakes, learning from past mistakes, recouping from past mistakes, building and stacking your money to where you can take certain financial or professional risks and not be so worried about it, because you have that financial, that savings maybe to fall back on to kind of take care of you or carry you through maybe some sort of like risk that you may be taking professionally or financially. Or maybe there's a really big purchase that you guys are going to make. Are you the pile where I said you guys might make a big purchase? You guys might, I think you were the pile where I said that. If so, make sure you're using discernment with the mistakes card right here. Okay. Make sure you're using discernment about this big purchase. I know you guys were the pile where I said you may meet somebody, or your partner may end up getting a promotion or something and saying like, you know, you just take off from work this year. Again, use discernment to make sure that it's not something that you end up looking at as like a mistake. But your mistakes card, it specifically says this was a past mistake right here. Okay. It says it's a past mistake that you guys are currently dealing with or getting through or repairing from. Okay, let's see what cosmic themes may be at work in your life. Okay, we have here first house, the body. Second house owning was underneath that. I'm going to put that back in the deck. And then we have grand trine blessings. Like I said, it just, you guys' pile, it feels very effortless. It doesn't feel like you're working your ass off like day and night, night and day. It doesn't feel like the Eight of Pentacles upright. This feels like I'm kicking my feet up. And I'm doing that because like, Either I've already put the work in, or I know something's going to come in, or something has just started to flow so easily that you're not worried about it. So yeah, we have grand trine blessings, and trines in astrology are considered easy aspects, and they generally are. That can change depending on which planets are involved in the trine. But generally, trines, they talk about portals. They talk about doors opening. They talk about opportunities. They talk about ways being made. So for, again, they talk about blessings as well. So for you guys, there's a blessing, or the theme, the cosmic theme that you guys see pop up a lot in 2025 will have to do with these opportunities that open up for you that lead you to blessings. Okay. And, as well as too, like blessings coming into your life in the form of growth, in the form of cultivation, in the form of goals, in the form of maybe influencing or coming into positions of power, and just being able to grow exponentially and without trying so hard. Because that's another thing that trines can talk about. When trines come together in astrology, one of the ways that they can come together in like a negative way is where we are lazy when it comes to those trines, because something is too easy to do. It becomes like it becomes subconscious, or it's something that we do on autopilot. We're not even really paying attention to it. We may even start to take it for granted because we've never had to work for it. So trines can almost allude to privilege, ways that we're privileged in astrology. So for you guys in 2025, cosmically, you guys are going to be cosmically privileged. When it comes to your blessings, it's going to seem like you didn't have to do much. And that could be because you guys already put in a certain amount of work and it's just coming in now. But yeah, there's going to be a big theme of trines all around you, blessings all around you, opportunities all around you. And then with the first house, the body right here, this kind of feels connected to your influencer card over here, where people are just drawn and attracted to you. Because first house, yes, it talks about the body. It also talks about identity. It talks about just us as a whole. So first house is basically what steers our entire chart. Because of the first house, the rest of our chart is expressed in a specific way because of that first house. So the first house, it really does dictate our entire natal chart. And it's all about you. It's all about you as the person, how you view life, how you view reality, how you view the world, how you view other people. So it's kind of like when Adam first got here and God asked Adam to name all the animals that he came across. And he said, well, this is a goat, and that's a rabbit, and that's a sheep, and that's X, Y, and Z. And so that's what we do with first house. We identify, or we label things, and we go, that's them and this is me. So we're sort of making that distinction between you versus me when we're dealing with the first house, because in general, the first house deals with the self. It deals with you and how you take on this life. It's also how we rise, because usually the first house is the house that the ascendant is in. And the ascendant talks about how you awaken into this life, how you start this life out. So for you guys, there is a really big new chapter that's starting out for you in 2025. And that might be why this mistakes card is talking about a past mistake specifically, because you guys are starting some sort of new chapter where things are growing. You are in you guys are in a cycle of growth and cultivation. Okay. And so, and your goals coming to fruition. So, first house and influence, it kind of goes together for me, where you guys may end up growing or cultivating an audience that's really drawn to you for you because of this first house, the body card right here. They're just really drawn to your presence, which the first house can talk about. It talks about identity, and it talks about how we sort of like, move through this life and this human incarnation. So those are going to be two really huge cosmic things for you guys in 2025, is blessings when it comes to first house, when it comes to you. So these are personal blessings coming to fruition. Let's see what other themes we may have playing out for you guys. Oh, I thought my mic stopped recording. I was about to freak. Okay, anyways, let's see. Okay, this is a chunk of cards. I'm going to keep shuffling them. Okay, we have relationships. Yeah. Relationships is definitely this jump from the Two of Cups to the Ten of Cups. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. Again, this could be any kind of relationship. This could be romantic. This could be family. This could be friends. This could be business. This could be you guys building an online presence or an online audience, building a brand. First house can also talk about you having a personal brand, because first house deals with the self. So for you guys, you're just like, relationships are going to be a massive theme for you in 2025, but we already knew that because of your Two of Cups to your Ten of Cups here. So really, really big theme for you guys is relationships. And then we have denial. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So that's going to be also another big theme for you guys. I kind of feel like this denial card is tied to this mistakes card over here. You guys may have been in denial, maybe about your finances or your career in the past. And that's why you guys are still sort of like building back your finances or your financial health from that mistake, maybe that you guys made in your career or with your money. So with denial here, I feel like a big theme for you guys in 2025 is going to be replacing your fear with the insight of awareness. So this is you guys like really opening your eyes to look at things for how they are in 2025 and trying to be a lot more practical, a lot more logical, a lot more honest, a lot more transparent about whatever it is that's going on around you, so you guys don't end up making some sort of a mistake. So you guys may be a little bit more critical about certain things, like going back to what I said with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse. This could be like you guys' partner, for instance, being like, I got a promotion, I'm making the money, like, why don't you just go on ahead and quit your job and, stay home for the year so you can focus on school or focus on maybe building your online presence or getting into influencing like you've always wanted to do. This would be you guys being like, instead of just jumping on it and going great and putting in your 2 weeks that same day, like sending an email to your boss that night. This would be you guys with this denial card here going like, okay, let me think about this. Let me really sit and think about this before just making a move or before just making a decision with your Seven of Pentacles underneath the deck here, because you guys are trying to put yourself in the best position financially and professionally. So you are not dealing with trying to build yourself back from making some sort of mistake, because you guys already went through that. Okay, so with this denial card here, this is you guys really being a lot more, I think I did mention Saturn return. You guys kind of felt like Saturn return a little bit in your pile. Some of you guys, you may have been drawn to pile 3 as well in today's reading, because Saturn return popped up there as well. But for you, you're not living in la la land. You guys are not living in a fantasy world. You guys are like, no, like that's great and everything. You're making all this money right now, but we need to make sure that you're going to keep making this money. We need to make sure that you're not going to, that your company isn't going to go through layoffs or something like that. Like you guys are really sitting with each and every decision that you make, because you don't want to be on go all the time anymore with your Knight of Wands in reverse. You guys are ready to sort of be able to kick up your feet and sit back and relax, but you don't want that to come at the price of making a mistake or making a poor decision. So that's a big theme for you guys as well in 2025. All right, you guys, now let's grab a relationship card here to see what themes may be playing out in your romantic life in 2025. Okay. This is a chunk of cards that fell out, but they fell face down. I'm going to show them to you guys. We have new love, children, and romantic feelings. Underneath the deck here, we have retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. The card that came out is worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. So for you guys, don't be worried about the timing. Some of you may be worried about like, I should be in a relationship by now. I should be married by now. I should have kids by now. I should be... Again, I did mention that when we were looking at you guys' tarot cards earlier, that something's going to go really quickly, like really quickly. It may shock you how quickly things sort of like turn out or pan out. So with worth waiting for here, it's worth waiting for the right type of love to come into your life, because once something comes through, it's going to happen quickly. Grand trine blessings here. Something's going to open up very quickly. Things are going to happen fast. So it's worth waiting for the right person, the right partner to come into your life to do life with, because things are going to develop really, really fast for you. Okay. So it's definitely, so when it comes to your love life, some things that you guys are going to keep saying is the idea of divine timing, of being patient, of waiting. And it's going to be like these common themes as well, is like things working out when they're supposed to. You may even like realize like, oh, that happened right when it was meant to happen. Like the timing is going to make sense for you once things come together, like grand trine blessings talks about here. So yeah, worth waiting for. That's going to be a common theme popping up in you guys' romantic life. Then we have retreat was underneath the deck. Oh, these were the other cards that fell out, but they fell out face down. But I'm just going to show them to you guys. So we have here new love, a new person has stirred your romantic feelings. That could be that 2 of Cups for those of you that are single. Then we have here children. Your love life is being affected by children. Like I said, you guys have very fertile energy. So watch out for that if you're not trying to get pregnant. And then we also have romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. So it's worth it to explore your feelings in some capacity, whatever that means. Maybe if you guys realize that like you're developing feelings for someone, it is worth it for you guys to explore that and look into that and be like, could this work here? Could I see myself with this person? Okay. And then retreat was underneath the deck. It's time to disconnect from the world. So, and then she's in a wedding dress here. You guys may be getting engaged, maybe getting married this year, or somebody like in your life, but we're looking into your love life and the things playing out in your love life specifically. So you guys may be totally getting married or engaged, something like that, or committing long-term to someone in your life. This could be like a lifelong partner that you're like, I would love to do life with this person. And you guys like really, really kind of retreat into your own little like love cocoon that may end up happening throughout 2025. Like I said, you guys may even be taking some time off, maybe to spend more time with your partner, or to go travel with your partner, or to spend time with their family and their loved ones, or like it's going to be about just you guys focusing on you and your relationship with this retreat card right here. So that's going to be another big theme for you guys romantically in 2025. Let's pull a card from your angels to see what themes they see happening or playing out for you guys in 2025. We have cancel, clear, delete. Use only positive words and thoughts as they are rapidly manifesting into form. Ask the angels to cancel the effects of past negative thinking. So you guys make sure that you are speaking consciously and intentionally, okay? Make sure that you are speaking words of life into different situations, whether it's your finances, your career, your romantic life. Make sure that you are speaking the things that you want to see play out into your life or over certain situations in your life, because this is something that your angels are working on a lot. And then we also do have the angel card, right? Or there's angels in this card worth waiting for right here. So they may be at work really protecting you guys from certain people and situations and energies. With this cancel, clear, delete, that's going to be a really big theme for them in your life in 2025. You guys may notice that certain things just like certain things just like don't work out for whatever reason. And it's because your angels are kind of coming through and expelling or getting rid of certain things in your life that need to be cleared from your life. Okay. So use only positive words and thoughts when it comes to you guys talking about or describing your life and whatever is going on. Even if you're joking, keep it positive. Underneath the deck here, we have integrity. It says align your actions so that they match your values and inner knowingness of what is right for you. So align your actions with your words. Okay. So make sure that your actions also match your values and your intuition. So make sure that when it comes to what you guys feel like, your angels are basically telling you guys to do what you say and say what you mean, pretty much. Okay. With integrity here, they really want you guys to move in a way where it's like, you know what you deserve, you know what's best for you. That's going to be a common theme popping up in 2025. Your angels could even be talking about you guys holding the people in your life to a different standard, where if people are saying certain things but not actually doing them, that may be what your angels are canceling, clearing, and deleting from your life in 2025. All right, you guys, let's get a final message for you. Oh, okay. I believe this card says sever. That flew out. Sever. Underneath the deck here, we have fog. And sever says relationships, shifting, and endings. Oh, just like relationships card right here. Okay. And it says upright. We all have challenging relationships or challenging periods in our relationships. Depending on where you are at in your journey, you may find that most of them are. The transformation process can really shine a light on what feels constricting for us. Sometimes this can mean relationships, even ones we have held onto for a long time. When sever finds you, it indicates that this is likely coming up for you right now. While it doesn't always mean a relationship is ending, there are certainly some shifts happening. As you continue to move toward the joy in life, there may be people that you need to distance yourself from so you can continue calling in the experiences that you want to have. You may also be working on boundaries in relationships with people who may not understand why anything needs to change. Other times, sever brings true endings. The new spaces you are expanding into may call for this. This isn't always personal relationships, but professional ones too. We will feel ourselves, just like with their Eight of Pentacles in reverse right here, we will feel ourselves stifled and fatigued, itching to have a new experience, and one that feels more aligned with who we are becoming or what we are calling in. Unfortunately, sever often finds us before we have landed on the comfortable bed of our new future. We have to give up what constricts us before more aligned things find us. Trust that if you feel like you are losing a lot right now, it's only creating space for what is to come. When we find ourselves here, it can be easy to feel like we need to justify why we are creating change in these relationships. In other words, we may try to label the people that we're creating separation from. We may focus on like we talked about, labels with your first house, the body card right here. It says we may focus on the perceived negatives about them. Don't fall into this trap. Your growth is about you. Have compassion for them and move forward in whatever way feels best for you. And pile 4. Yes, this is all that I'm saying for you guys. Thank you so very much for tuning in. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, and amazing spirit for these messages. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.